everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Horror on the Orient Express. I am your crystal clear keeper of arcane lore, Moss. That's me. And you might notice that I'm running at full 720p right now. So hopefully that persists, knock on wood. I do have a few announcements, though. First and foremost, something that Queen Sevvy has brought to my attention. If we are able to get to 36 likes, that's going to be a $20 perk for everybody. So everybody gets a Eureka point. If we get to 72, that's a $50 benefit. And if we get to 108, well, that's a major miracle. So, and if it comes too late in the show, then it'll apply to the next episode. And it's the same deal for the comments. Obviously, comments after the show, that'll apply to the next show. But like and comment because you want these guys to survive, right? They have seen nothing yet. Speaking of benefits, I have got some benefits to hand out as we speak. So we've got 2 gold renewals in Gilded from Darth Dave and Nozaku. Thank you guys. 2 new gold memberships in Discord from Darth Dave and Fletch. Both of those count as 4. And we all get some fan art stuff, except for Sevvy, strangely enough. So we had some fan art for me. We had some fan art for JT. Some for, that was from, let's see, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Let me gather myself if I can actually speak. We have 1 Eureka point for Clay from JT for fan art, 1 for Jimmy from Darth Dave, 1 for India from Darth Dave, and 1 for Eldritch from both Darth Dave and JT, and I get 1 from Daxi. So that is 11 points to myself, Froste, Chris, Nomi, and JT, and then Sevvy gets 10. Now keep in mind, those are all temporary, as I was chastened last show for. Apparently I didn't have that clear. So we are raining benefits tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So why don't we go around the horn, everybody, and see how you're all doing. Frost, you're looking particularly wizardly today. How are you?
I'm trying to not look up in the sky behind me because I hear there's something there. I am doing really well. I just got drenched walking outside to go get myself berries as a snack right off the bushes that are next to my porch. So if I look extra homeless, that's why. And I'm sporting a new Texas mug for my friend who just came and visited me from Texas. She brought me a nice new mug. And yeah, I've just been writing and working on stuff and being kind of a crazy person. But JT and I are playing PAX Day. If anybody wants to hop in, we made a clan. There's 2 of us in there right now. So join us.
I might have to pick that game up. It looks particularly interesting, and I like the idea of an MMO, a medieval MMO, not, you know, like WoW or ESO or what have you. A low magic, so to speak. Speaking of low magic, JT, how are you?
Wow. I see how it is. I'm enjoying my ginger snaps, listening to Frost here talks about how homeless he looks, as he brags about the many different kinds of fruit trees he has growing outside his palatial mansion in the woods.
Yes.
His cat sanctuary, palatial mansion.
It's amazing. You should all
I
get one.
sit in my Florida hovel eating ginger snaps and drinking
Hiding from the alligators.
as I have to beg Silent Witch to upgrade my PAX Day account to afford a nice sized house rather than a Fletcher's hut.
Is Serenity, is she your trust fund there?
She's my trust fund mama.
There you go. I like it. I like it. Well, speaking of trust fund mamas, Sevvy, how are you? I don't know.
I'm so confused.
I just caught that too. I was like, wait, what?
I know. I'm doing good. I'm here with Plato, so hopefully he will behave. Both kitties have been really supremely insane today, so hopefully he will choose to behave, and I won't have to chase him out of here. Excited to see what will happen. Can't wait to see.
Very good, very good. Well, I know there's one person who I'm dying to talk to, and he's every day he's becoming more and more of a man. Chris,
You're welcome.
how are you?
Oh, I'm great. Ever since I came back from my ride in your dirty little candy van. Yeah, I'm glad to be out, glad to be back. I'm ready to hop back into Jimmy's big dirty shoes.
I like it. I like it. Do you have anything planned for Jimmy this episode?
Well, we shall see. We'll see what I got in
No
store.
spoilers. I like it. I like your spirit.
To be honest, you look kind of happy in that van.
You did. Yeah, you did look very happy, and then you got some boob action there too. So.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it was mostly unenjoyable. So, and I'll just leave it at that.
Mostly is not completely, so we'll take that for what it is.
Oh, God.
All right, so I will go over and let me do our little recap here, and I might need to learn how to write these a little bit shorter because they get longer and longer every episode. But
You're like the new Sevvy of speech making.
I know. I'm very verbose. So, on last week's edition of Horror on the Orient Express, through a dash of ingenuity and a bit of titular trauma, our peerless party discovered that Mehmet Makryat, son of the founder of the Brothers of the Skin, is on the hunt. While Jimmy becomes more manly with every passing day, our investigators are beginning to see just how hapless they may be. Our heroes split up, with York and Gore attempting to follow the good professor home from his banquet, only to lose sight of him in the London traffic. When arriving to his not-so-humble abode with no professor in sight, the ever-observant York finds evidence of an untidy broom closet as well as a set of conspicuous footprints. Both come to the conclusion that someone has been stalking about the house looking for something or someone. After regrouping at Mr. York's home, the party splits yet again, with Jimmy, York, and Camellia heading out to the Oriental Club, while India and Gore remain to guard the book. At the club, Jimmy and York find Professor Smith and Beddoes sitting under the watchful eyes of the Scotland Yard. Given the new information of the now grown-up Mehmet Makryat, Smith shows genuine concern but brushes off any offers of additional security. Meanwhile, Gore sees a disturbing sight back at York's home. Calvino seems particularly perturbed as he stares out the window at scores of cats looking in the window while Eldridge's keen eyes spy someone in the alleyway just before disappearing into seemingly thin air. The concerned compadres call for the aid of the Yard to secure the area. The Yard, being shorthanded, dispatched the very same officers that were sent to guard the professor. The very next morning, during his daily exercise, York spies a newsboy with particularly perturbing headline: "Man dies 3 times in one night." In that same newspaper, they read of the home of the professor burning to the ground with no professor or Beddoes in sight. Perhaps by happenstance or divine intervention, a cabbie arrives just as the party were setting out to find the professor with a message to find the pair at an address in Cheapside. Today is January 4th, 1923, and our heroes stand face to face with a seriously singed professor and an injured Beddoes. What will our party do next? What will become of the professor? How does a man die thrice in one night? And what's with all these cats? Let's find out in tonight's episode of Horror on the Orient Express.
Meanwhile,
all right.
Meanwhile,
Let me turn this up. Get the mood. All right, so you all stand in a dingy house in Cheapside. Beddoes stands there, his hands completely bandaged up, almost to where it looks like he's got pincers. He has no individual control over his fingers while you look and you see a very, very injured, exhausted, perhaps sleeping professor lying on the bed, his face covered in burns, his hair singed from his face. The curtains are drawn, and you look to the bedside next to him, and you see that there are multiple vials and other instruments to administer drugs intravenously. Beddoes looks at you all and says, "Oh, thank you so much for coming. We were worried sick."
Oh my god, what happened when we left you? You guys were okay. You were sleeping.
Apparently, the Scotland Yard got called away in the middle of the night, and just as they left, we were assaulted by 3 Turkish thugs. I was able to fend one off as he entered the door, but the other 2 barged in, and I was overwhelmed. They set fire to the house, and luckily I was able to drag the professor out, but not before both he and I succumbed to a little bit of, burns, as you can see, and he holds up his hands.
When you say 3 Turkish thugs, do you mean 3 Mehmet Makriats? By any chance?
If that was their name, I'd have a hard time.
Did they look all alike, is what I'm trying to say, Beddoes.
How can a man be 3 people, Mr. G?
I don't know. Ask the newspaper, you fool.
Let me see something real quick here. He was very caught up. You look and see he thinks back, and he's going to try to remember. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, he remembers very plainly. Yes, they were all about 5'11", about, I don't know, they look to be probably 5 stone. All mustachioed, very darkly complected, all Turkish. They all spoke and, yelled in Turkish accents. But that's very much all I can remember. They never told me their names.
But yes, but did they look like they were all the same person, is what I'm saying.
I mean,
even though they were different.
Yes, they all looked like they could be, impersonating the same person, more like.
Jimmy, does that description describe the man who muddled with your already muddled brains?
Boy, let's show him the. Okay, hold on. Let's show him the news clipping.
Yeah.
It has
so
a picture.
He'll take it out of his pocket and hand him the paper.
Okay. Well, as I recall, he wasn't 3 people, Mr. G.
You see Beddoes takes the paper and his little
obviously, Jimmy, obviously. Did they look like this fool?
I mean, I can hold the paper up for him if he's having that much trouble.
Oh, thank you. It's hard enough trying to administer solutions to the professor. He looks at it and just actually, yes, quite similar.
They ended up dead somewhere else, did they not?
Well, I mean, if this paper is...
I mean, there's the paper say that. Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Look, we wanted to bring you here for a reason. Now, unfortunately, the professor didn't give me all of the specifics of his research. He was quite secretive of that for the most part, but he did tell me that he was afraid that whoever this was is definitely after the Sedefkar simulacrum, as you know. He trusts you all more than most. And he humbly requests that you fetch the pieces of this simulacrum and at least attempt to destroy it. And you see he walks over to a cupboard, opens it up top, and grabs out a small valise and hands it over, just kind of holds it out outstretched.
Well, Clay has long arms, so he'll reach across everybody and take it.
He says that's 1,000 pounds sterling in 5 pound increments. He wishes to fund your venture.
Well, this is
Holy
perfect.
moly.
Since York paid for our trip, I think this money can go and replenish the funds that he paid for it. Because, as we were of the same mind of the professor, that we needed to grab these pieces that are scattered around Europe, and Clay was kind enough to pay for our trip. I think this would cover our trip expenses that Clay paid for. So thank you, Clay, for making that advance, and thank you, Professor and Bettles, for helping us fund for it.
Yeah, you look back at the professor and he as he kind of rolls over and turns his head over weakly. He's growing weaker. I would have liked to have put him in a hospital at this point, but he insisted he see you all first. I'll be moving him to a hospital shortly. Oh, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a scribble of paper. Just in case you need a reminder, I took some notes that the professor bid me give you.
Ah, okay.
All right. Who is it? I assume he's giving that to York, definitely not to Jimmy.
Yeah, he'll give it. He'll hand it over to York.
The adult.
He'll take a peek over it and say, "Oh, okay, here we go," and hold it out to Eldritch.
Oh,
What's the note? Yeah, I read the note.
Okay, hang on. I can read it out loud if you'd like.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
Okay. Oh boy, that's a word. That's a word and a half. The Sedefkar. The Sedefkar simulacrum is an occult artifact of evil power. It was taken apart and scattered across Europe at the end of the 18th century. Retrieve the pieces and destroy it. The statue was dismembered in Paris just prior to the French Revolution. Part of it may still be in France. The owner was a noble, Comte. That is a
Comte Fenelic.
Comte Fenelic. I'm learning a lot of new words today, Mr. G. Napoleon's soldiers carried a piece to Venice when they invaded that city. It's weird how I have to keep zooming out and zooming back in order to scroll.
Yeah, it's annoying.
If you use middle mouse.
Oh, middle mouse will do it. Yeah, but also if you control.
Oh yeah, you can hold middle mouse to pull it.
Yeah,
you can pull it.
Okay, carried a piece. Another fragment made its way to Trist at the same time. Its fate is unknown. Look up Johann Winkelmann at the museum there. There may be a piece. It says Winkelmann. Okay. There may be a piece in the kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slavs. Wow. I thought I knew words.
Just wait until you read the next name.
Start at the National Museum of Belgrade. Dr. Milovan Todorovic is the curator. One part was lost near. Okay, this is. How do you scroll again? Because I'm still having to zoom out and zoom back in.
Hold the middle mouse and just scroll.
And you can drag and scroll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see you now. Okay. At the same time, its fate is unknown. Look up Johann Winkelmann at the museum there. There may be a piece in the kingdom of Serbs, Croats, Slavs. Start at the National Museum of Belgrade. Dr. Milovan Todoric is the curator. One part was lost near Sofia, during the Bulgarian War in 1875. At that time, things of value were hidden from the invaders, so it may be buried somewhere. A piece was in circulation in Paris just after the Great War and sold to someone from Milan. The only sure way to destroy the statue is in its original home, a place in Constantinople known as the Shunned Mosque. Shunned Mosque, my bad. Shunned, yes, Shunned Mosque. A ritual to destroy it is utterly included in a set of documents known as the Sedefkar Scrolls. Boy, I started off so confident there.
Okay,
How do we know that this thing is evil? The Def Jam simulation. How do we know the Def Jam simulation is evil?
Def Jam.
I'm sure it is. But by the way, if you're in chat and you're wondering and you kind of want to scroll this to yourself, go to Secrets and Lies, Call of Cthulhu, Moss. It has all the notes and it also has a screenshot of the handout.
Also, Chrysant said, petition to have Chris read things from here on out. Big smiley face.
I am a well-read individual with a very good command of the English language, but man, a lot of those words were a mouthful.
That much is true.
And we all know from last week, Jimmy loves a good mouthful.
Oh, well, quite frankly, Mr. G, there wasn't a whole lot to get in there.
Wow.
Man, if only Nomi were here.
Wow, I just felt my cheeks got hot from the slap you would have taken.
Oh man, part of me wants to slap you for that by way of India as a proxy, but I'm not going to do that. All right. With that, Beto says, well, according to the professor, Salim, from what he told me, he was looking to gather the pieces up because the simulacrum, he thought, would gain him immortality, but...
Is it evil to be immortal? I don't understand.
Well...
It's unnatural.
Apparently, Mehmet has
There are plenty
more...
of things unnatural, Mr. York. I'm sure you're familiar with a great many of them.
Well, according to the professor, Mehmet has much more global ambitions.
Does that make you evil?
I'm not immoral.
Yes, but you are unnatural.
I've
Well,
never been called that before.
If something has the power to destroy the world, it seems like it is safer if it remains destroyed and not be out there for people to grab.
Is it able to destroy the world or make someone immortal? What does this thing do?
Well, nobody really knows, other than, well, the knowledge of it is contained in the Sedefkar scrolls.
Do we have those?
No, unfortunately not. And even the professor didn't know where they were. He seemed to be under the impression that they were scattered to the wind, but he wasn't sure.
What are the chances his attackers have these scrolls, since they seem to want the same thing?
Well, it's a greater than zero chance, I would venture to guess.
Yes, but... Yes, greater than zero does seem to be a possibility, but I'm asking you if it's greater than, probable more than improbable at this point.
I wish I had an answer for you. Unfortunately, that's all I know.
Well, once we get to Paris, I don't know how quickly the train is leaving. We might have a chance to check the library out, but...
It is leaving, just as a reminder, the train is leaving London on the 6th. Today is the 4th.
I'm curious why this note we have mentions that one is in Venice and another is in Milan, but they're not together, as in, if they're in Italy, two of them are in Italy, why are they spread apart by one in the middle being somewhere else? Is this, are these listed by when they were heard about, or Why is the order so strange? Because if we were going to go after one or the other, it would seem to make sense if we stayed in Italy for 2.
And I just wrote down the notes as the professor told me. You know as well as I do, his mind is very busy. He jumps from one thought to another.
Fair. I just figured maybe there was some sort of reasoning for it.
Well, we'll follow our nose with the train as well.
I think there's a couple of things that we need to get done. One is Professor needs medical attention. We shouldn't keep you here. That's the information that you have to part with us.
Yes, unfortunately, that's all that I know as far as, well, at least as far as this subject is concerned.
I'm curious, why did they burn down the house? Were they trying to burn you or the house itself?
I think they were trying to burn the books.
Why don't you let him
knowledge.
answer and we'll find out why.
I do believe that the professor was a target.
So he was trying to kill you by burning the house, yes? Like you both is what I mean. They weren't trying to get rid of some sort of information hidden there, is what I'm getting at, Bedros.
The first came at me with a knife, and I was able to wrestle it away from him thanks to my military training in the Great War, but I was unable to, fend them all off, and perhaps they thought it easier to burn the house down than to kill one of us, to kill each of us.
Okay, so it was an expediency thing, not a planned thing.
Perhaps they were also trying to cover up other research the professor did.
That's what I'm trying to figure out here. If there was some more research or information that was lost or trying to be made lost by this fire, or if it was just a quick way to dispose of the two of you.
The professor's been doing what he does for many, many decades. I'm sure there's something in there that they didn't want anyone to know, but as to what it is, I don't know. I understand that you have a bit of forbidden knowledge.
Well, I got that from you, did I not?
Yes, you did.
Thankfully, it was not there.
Clay is just gonna kind of tap you on the elbow, just like stop talking. Who knows who's around? So Clay is just going to kind of step over and, matter-of-factly, not completely callously, but kind of look down over him, because he's looked over a lot of people in hospital beds who have looked this bad or worse, and just say, is there anything we can do for you? Letting that kind of hang heavily in the air.
You're saying to the professor?
Yes.
You see, he kind of turns his head over and looks in your direction. You can see his eyes are just shut. He cannot open.
Okay.
Please, get the simulacrum before Macria does. He turned back over.
I whispered to Claire, I don't think he got the gist of what you were saying, dear boy.
I think he's in too much pain, probably. Well, we can't really
back
do much.
and forth.
Yeah.
Beddoes comes back over. He says, "Don't worry. I'll spirit him away. I don't." He was very adamant that, we go somewhere.
Do you think he's going to make
much
it?
Smaller population. Well, I've had some first aid training, especially with burns and the like. I think I can get him to hold out.
Do you think his life will be livable if he makes it better?
That remains to be seen.
Okay.
Well, it feels like at least 2 of us really want to give him the old Canada healthcare treatment.
Well, we want to know if that's the better option.
I don't think, is the NHS a thing these days? I don't know.
Well,
I don't think so.
I mean, if I was burnt all over my body, I'd probably not want to, especially in 1920 with the medical shit as it were, not want to be live that life. So the option was asked. Yeah, exactly.
By the way, Corner Pub Gamer said a little earlier, scrolls and rolls, two of Eldritch's favorite things.
I missed that one.
Banger.
This is true.
That's
Yes.
good. That's good.
That's
That was very
accurate.
nice.
Accurate, sir. Accurate.
Well, I guess then we will talk to you at a future time. I don't know if they can actually get a hold of us. Well, they can leave telegrams at spots the train will go to, I guess.
Well, you taking the train, I can send telegrams, yes. I'll give you updates as to his health and if I learn anything else.
All right. And kind of look at Eldridge and look at Camellia and Chris and Indian, just kind of give everybody kind of just that once over like stare, and then kind of lean back over to Eldridge and say, and I don't know if anybody wants to make a listen roll to hear this, he's just going to kind of whisper and say, didn't you have some way to tell that this was the professor?
I'm gonna make a listen.
Wait, what'd you say?
Didn't you have some way to tell this was the professor?
I don't understand what you...
Like a phrase.
Oh, yes. Well...
Oh, okay, so I heard it.
Professor, I do so help you pull through this because I can't wait for us one day to be able to have some ginger tea by the London whatever that we were at one time where we had ginger tea, which we never had.
You see, he twitches a little bit,
Well
but does
done.
not respond.
I did what I could.
Did my best. Oh.
I
Okay.
bet whatever that was you were trying would have really worked, Mr. G.
So yeah, I guess pat Beddoes on the shoulder with the valise under his arm and say, well, I suppose we have some preparations to make. You need anything else before you head to wherever it is you're going?
No, I've already made preparations. I can take it from here. I'll be in touch.
All right. Good man. Good luck.
Godspeed.
So, do you guys suppose there's other areas where research can be conducted on the simulacrum or the occult?
There are quite the libraries here in town.
So maybe we can, some of us can do that, and then I can make some arrangements to get some weapons.
Are there any Arkham-like libraries here, Moss, or knowledge centers?
Or like the church, maybe?
As far as Arkham-like,
With
like-
that level of forbidden knowledge.
you would say, well, I tell you what, let me see.
I'll roll for it if you like.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I tell you what, just give me an idea roll.
All right. That won't increase anything, but sure. Idea roll it is, old belly. Success!
Success? Based on what you know about Arkham and what you know about London, Arkham is a completely different beast. London probably is not going to have the
Quite
depth
the level of right.
occult. Yeah. You would guess that either the University of London or the British Museum Library would have the most.
Is there a
information
way
available.
roll I could determine which would be better?
I mean, you don't even really need to roll. You just know that the British Museum Library has the most vast selection of books in London.
Okay. All right. So I will head toward out. I will go towards the library in the university to search these things to find out. Jimmy maybe should come with me to help me research some things, find out more about this Def Jam simulation thing, and we will learn more about it while we plan the rest. Whoever else is going to plan the trip or whatever else you all want to do in this time.
we'll just make sure that we have a way to be armed in the train if something happens.
Yes. How long are you going to be?
More armed than we are, you mean?
Possibly.
I mean, we do seem pretty armed. How, are we going to carry an arsenal on a train? Are they going to allow such a thing?
Well,
or do you have ways to get things on the train without it being known?
Exactly. And that's what I was
I figured if anybody could, it'd be you, darling. Okay, I got you. I got what you're throwing down here. All right, we go to the library, I guess.
What time do we want to meet, and where are we meeting? So we have this in place before, in case anything happens. If anything happens, where should we meet? And also, what's our time of meeting? Yeah, we can meet back at the house if you want to. Just if anything happens, meet back at the house.
I'm sure they'll be researching for maybe 3 or 4 hours, so we can say we'll meet for lunch.
Question: Do you have another location here that maybe they don't know about that we can go to? Since people do seem to know where we are at your place, maybe there's a secondary place you have.
The only other place I know that we could go to is the Double Down, because I'm not sure that they know we went there, but I don't own another place, no.
I mean, I do have a home, but I don't know if it's as secure as yours.
See what we saw out there, probably not.
What if we just meet at the Oriental Club? We can just say we're there for lunch.
Most of us are not allowed in the Oriental Club under normal circumstances. What about that other place we went to where you are allowed? That's the one you mentioned before, was it not?
The Double Down?
Yes.
Yes, they have games and whatnot. And
I mean, you do know the owners, right? And the staff who work there for the most part?
know them somewhat, yes.
Trust them, maybe?
Oh, not at all, no.
Oh.
But then again, I mean, it's a bunch of criminals. They're not to be trusted.
Yes,
as far as your money goes, you can be trusted.
Right.
But
whoever has a great deal of money will be most trusted.
Camellia did make a deal with them and is possibly on a basis.
That's a good point.
Well, that's kind of where we're going, right? But also I was thinking as well, if we have time, Clay, we can stop by the Turkish embassy and do some scouting.
That's not a bad idea. And if it's possible, I think we should stop. I'm not sure if they'll let you in, but we could stop by the Masonic Hall. Mm-hmm. I can see if my fellows know anything.
You think it would be safe to go to the Turkish embassy?
Oh, probably not. That's why she said scout it.
Yeah, scout it from really, really far away.
Oh, I got you. I see your point now. I have
a set of field glasses at my house. We could stop by and get them.
Okay, so plan is we are gonna make sure that we can get some the weapons smuggled into the train and make sure that we're ready and have enough supplies. We're gonna scout the Turkish embassy, and then you guys are gonna be doing some research. If you need to, steal the books. Steal whatever books you need.
I don't know if any of us, either of us, are adept at stealing. Last time, I think Jimmy tried to steal something. He got his face slapped or something of that.
Stealing's wrong, Miss Camellia.
Yes, plus he's not very bright on the whole stealing thing.
Okay, let me rephrase it. If there is a book that you think we might want, let me know, and I will make sure it gets stolen.
Well, that
can you word it in a way that doesn't make it sound like a crime, Miss Camellia?
We're gonna borrow the book.
Okay, let's borrow the book.
Forever.
For an extended period of time. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make it sound less criminal or more criminal?
Less criminal.
A little bit more, Mr. York.
Extended period of time. We'll return it eventually, you know.
Oh, thank goodness. Mama would beat me black and blue if I stole something. Especially from the English.
Besides, what good would it do in their hands?
Honestly,
I'm gonna go
book
on
is
with that.
better in Eldritch's hands than theirs.
Oh, I'll pip and ho that one, young lady, of course.
All right, so we'll just part
What
ways.
those phrases meant.
Crazy, shut up. Leave me be, old man.
Where are we meeting? Where are we meeting up at? That's the.
Afterwards, we're gonna be
club.
back at the house probably, but we're gonna be at the Double Down Club for lunch. But then, if anything happens, go back to the house.
I thought we were going to meet at the club if anything happened because the house was not safe.
If that's what you want, Calvino's at the house, but sure.
Calvino's going to keep us safe.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to go back for Calvino.
Well, he'll be coming with us on the train anyway.
We weren't going to go back for the cat. I was asking a question if the cat somehow was going to keep us safe.
Honestly, he goes where he wants.
There's a bunch of guns in the house.
Yes, but he particularly mentioned the cat.
By the way, am I roboting a bit?
No, you're fine.
Or am I not roboting? Okay, because I hear you guys roboting, and I'm wondering if it's my internet, because there's lightning and thunder happening everywhere.
It's your tornado.
Or an apple.
Oh, putting that juju on him, huh?
Yeah!
He had a tornado the time before, and it took out a tree nearby his house.
I hope it wasn't part of your fruit forest.
Nope, it was one of my neighbor's spruces, so...
Fruit forest.
They were so unhappy about it because they were planted by some arborist long ago, but the tree, wind, smash.
These things happen.
Okay, so plan is, if something goes wrong, we will meet at the Double Down Club.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so who's going first then? You all, let's see, Clay and...
Why don't you do
Go ahead.
Eldritch and...
Oh, this is going to take a while, even if the role play doesn't.
Yeah, it could be a few hours of researching, reading.
Yeah, okay. So we're looking for anything about the Def Jam simulation.
Def Jam
simulation. Okay. So, you all...
Car simulacrum, whatever it's called.
You all catch a cab. Let me check something out real quick here. Okay. So the streets of London are busy as ever. However, you do see quite a few people reading the paper. The news of three of the same man dying 3 times in one night.
The paper we read already?
Yeah, it's really captured people's imaginations. You see several people gathered around one person who's holding the paper. But you make your way to the British Museum Library.
By the way, I much prefer your musical choices this evening than usual.
Oh, I was just getting ready to change it.
Son of a bitch.
Let's go to the dog whistle one that made everybody cry and scream.
Yeah, let's do that one again.
Yeah, definitely. I changed it to a library, which means it's going to be very quiet.
Yeah.
So you all make your way to the British Museum Library. You make your way into the reading room, and I tell you what, let me see if I can pull up kind of a map. You won't be able to read it because the script is so small, but just to give you kind of an idea of what the scale is. Let's see. That's guns.
Is there any chance I have any connection being an archaeologist with anyone to get some of the more forbidden knowledge in this journey?
Do what now? I'm sorry.
Exactly. I said, is there any way, being an archaeologist of somewhat note in this area, that I can maybe peruse some of the more non-accessible books and scrolls and whatnot in this place, this museum? I'm sure I've contributed to it in some form or another at some point in time.
I tell you what, give me a credit rating roll with a bonus die.
Son of a bitch! With a bonus.
Holy.
Can I put a -10 sticker on this as well, sir?
Can you put a what now? Eureka?
Eureka.
Yeah.
All right, let's go for that then. Maybe we'll not fuck this up. Yes, sir! Hard success!
There is a trustee's room, a director's office, a study. Oh.
Yeah, let's
Somebody pinch me. I'm in heaven.
So the reading room is where a majority of the books are. You know that the outer corridors are mostly containing all kinds of exhibits and displays. There's a few offices as well. Let's see.
I'm ready to set to work right away reading.
Down at the bottom.
See anything about Turkish or anything in that area? Unless one of these words I don't know, like Elgin, I don't know what that means. Or Phigilian room, I don't know what that means.
So based on that roll, we'll say that you're able to convince a librarian that you're able to access some of the select stock, maybe some of the more fragile books, which are kept in a case. You know that, I mean, they don't really keep for a whole lot of forbidden knowledge, but they do have certain tomes which they do keep locked up because they are so fragile and old. So you are welcome to look through those as well.
Yes.
So, why don't you both go ahead and give me library use rolls?
All right, I'm going to -10 that one as well. So
Okay.
Finally, the thing I'm good at. Okay, I'm gonna.
you and
I'm
me
also
both,
gonna
sister.
I'm also gonna use a.
Ooh, I got an extreme success.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
Why didn't that register?
I don't know.
Did you not drop it in the tray?
Because you didn't drop it in the tray, probably.
You know what? I threw it with too much enthusiasm. My bad. There we go.
You did good as well, sir.
Very good.
Both
Oh,
extreme.
yeah. Okay, so you
Extreme
all
success.
do some research for about an hour, even accessing some of the more restricted tomes. And what that research uncovers is that there's really nothing about the simulacrum contained in this library.
Son of a bitch!
However, the closest mention is of an illuminated 13th century manuscript known as the Devil's Simulaire. Research implies that more information can be found in the Bibliothèque Nationale in Paris.
The
who, the what, and where?
the
What in
Nersh
Paris?
Nanakshna.
Here, I'll put it in chat.
La Bibliothèque de Paris.
He's obviously speaking Spanish. Wait.
The Parisian Spanish Library. Hold on.
National Library of Paris.
Which chat are you putting this in, sir?
Oh,
I
you
would
put
say
it in the
Bibliothèque
Nacional.
Bibliothèque Nationale.
Nationale.
We have a million chats. Which chat are you putting it in most?
In game.
It's on Fantasy
In-game.
Grounds.
Oh, I see.
The Bibliothèque Nationale, Mr. G.
In Paris, you say?
Yes.
That's not helpful for now. Bastard.
Kind of looks like that's where we got to go, Paris.
Well, we do have to go there, so whatever.
Paris in January.
So
Wait.
that took about an hour, and
I also want to look up the Makriot family from Turkland,
Turkland.
the land
Okay.
of Turks.
so you spent about, how long did I say? You spent about an hour doing that? Or you want to spend
Yes.
another hour looking for the Macriots?
Yes, and yes, sure.
Okay. So
I
you go ahead and give me another library use. This is going to take you another hour.
That's fine. Ow, get off me, cat, you darling bastard. Successor.
You darling bastard. I like it.
Extreme
Wow,
success.
Jamie got an 8.
Dream
is
success. Wow. Damn.
This is Jimmy's element. He loves
I
libraries.
had a 7 last roll. Nobody gave a shit.
I didn't see it. Sorry. I was making a poll about whether Eldritch and Jamie should wear togas in the museum.
We both
think
got
yes.
extreme successes the first time.
Okay, hold
So-
on. Let me go. Oh my god, Eldritch got a 7!
I feel better now.
So about the closest you can find is a list of lineages, going back, Turkish lineages, going back to the Holy Roman Empire. However, you don't see a whole lot of mention of the name Makriat up until Selim.
Okay.
It seems as though Selim was probably the first
one of note.
You can tell that he definitely accumulated some wealth during his lifetime, and it also does mention his offspring, Mehmet.
Does it say where they live or anything like that? Where they hail from?
This is specifically Constantinople.
Okay. Also, we're at 34 likes and we have 36 people watching right now. Can we get 2 more smashes of the melee button, please?
Hit those buttons.
Pretty,
please.
One more like now.
Do it for sweet-faced Calvino.
It still says 34 to me when I refresh. So
you may have to. Oh, maybe somebody disliked because
because I said something.
Yes,
they didn't like the way we were. Didn't like the way we were talking about Turks.
Or they were scared of togas.
Or Jimmy's.
That's what I think.
Jimmy's inherent sexism.
Oh, it says 36 likes to me right now. There we go. Bam!
I can't even refresh the damn stream anymore. Something is broken.
36 likes.
But there we go, folks. 36.
And meanwhile, 36 likes. That's a
we're at 37 now. 37.
Hell yeah!
Erudice mom took us to 36. How fitting.
Thank you, Erudice.
Oh, that's amazing.
I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so meanwhile, you all... over the course of the 2 hours that you've been researching, you do notice that there is a guy. He seems to be sleeping. He's got his arms crossed like this, and he's got his head down on the table. He is wearing kind of like a derby hat and a black overcoat. And he's been just kind of laying there the entire time.
Like he's dead?
Sleeping.
I mean, that's what you see. Are you looking to research anything else?
Peering over at us.
Make a spot hidden check.
Oh, I can do that. I'll even use my new free Eureka point on it.
I guess you know what, JT. Is it cool if we match?
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
That's cool.
I'll wear my hat too.
Holy shit! I got a -9, sir. Well, I had a 1, but a -9.
That. Yeah, you can definitely tell he is not looking at you.
Oh, so is he dead though? Does he look dead? Come on, a -9, sir. I should know if his heart is beating in reverse. For me.
If you wanna go up and try to talk to him, you can.
Jimmy, go see if that man is dead, would you?
Okay, so
Yes,
what did
yes, sir,
Eldritch
Mr.
find
T.
with his roll? Eldritch found what? That he seems to be dead?
He found that he is not looking at him.
Kitty, what? What, babe?
So Jimmy's going to go ahead and walk up to the gentleman and sort of do a nice. Excuse me, mister.
You don't get a response. However, make me another spot hidden check now that you're up close.
Okay, I'm going to use another Eureka point. Kitty.
Why you being bad, kitty?
All right, Eureka point.
You want to go, baby?
Spot hidden.
Okay.
Come on, Jimmy. You just improved this.
Bye-bye.
So that's a success.
Regular
success.
success. Okay.
Very good. You distinctly catch the scent of copper.
Ooh, as in blood.
Jimmy's gonna cautiously give him a little poke.
How hard do you poke him?
Sort of like enough to where nobody could not notice that they're being pushed.
So as you poke him, you see he slumps over in his chair and falls on the ground, and the
Jeepers!
The overcoat spreads open, and you see that this individual has been completely skinned. And you see
Holy moly, Mr. G!
Oh
See,
my
one
God!
boy,
What did
Timmy
you
boy, what have you done, Timmy boy?
you see one small patch of skin still attached to its chest, and on that piece of skin is inscribed, "The skinless one will not be denied." I need both of you to make me a sanity check, please.
Jimmy, my boy, what have you done?
I only just touched it, Mr. G. Sanity roll? Okay.
Yes, please.
I don't have any sanity. I'm crazy. I'm fine. Hard success. A 36 hard success, no less, young man.
Very good, very good, very good.
This is mere cocky pop. Poorly put to me. It means nothing. Poppycock. That's the word I was looking for, but I'm old and crazy. I don't know the words.
How do I roll sanity again? Where's the
Sanity is in the second row on the main page.
It's under
okay, I rolled my current. Can I use a Eureka point for that, or is that a no-go?
You can use a Eureka point on it if you'd like.
Okay. So yeah. My policy is to burn up as many Eureka points as possible because I know I
might as well use them.
You guys have no shortage of them.
No shortage.
Regular success.
Regular success.
Okay, so you both succeed. Apparently, your experience with flayed people has worn in, but seeing one here in the middle of a library has shaken you slightly. You both do still lose 1 sanity point.
What? Even with a hard success?
Even with a hard success.
What a rook.
This is bullshit.
Oh, I don't even want to hear it, Eldridge. You got yours is way above your max.
Yeah, I know. But it's because I'm so insane. I'm sane.
You've crossed around the other side of the circle?
Yes, I've come back around, damn it.
Come back around. I feel bad you're all wearing hats, so I'm going to put on a hat too if I can over the top of my... Yep.
Actually,
I should get...
It won't fit, but I can put it on like this.
Nice.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, that works.
I can see your old ass on a Harley any day. Absolutely.
Nice. You want to know the worst part about this?
That's cool.
The worst part about this? Jimmy still has the flaying kit.
Oh, God.
Of course he does.
I knew it. He did it.
you might want to throw it away.
Jimmy.
Why do you think I blamed him?
He just takes it and throws it over his shoulder.
Oh my god.
Jimmy's just going to make sure it's tucked really, really far in.
You know, James, old boy, I think we should get the hell out of here.
I think that sounds like a great idea, Mr. G.
You guys, okay, you guys don't want to look around to see if there's somebody there that purposely left a body for you guys to find and see if it's still sticking around?
Nope.
I would think that much is pretty obvious.
Tip the fuck out the door and make sure nobody's following us.
Okay. Well, roll.
Well, shouldn't we at least alert the authorities?
Wouldn't they roll spot hidden to make sure they're not followed?
Yes. What do we roll to make sure no one's...
Yeah, you're rolling in the spot hidden.
I will spend another Eureka point.
Hey.
Look at that. An extreme success. Or is it a hard success?
Hard success.
It's
and
a
Hard success again.
You all are confident that whoever left this was not too worried about sticking around.
Mm.
You do not seem to see anyone.
Well, they're not the only one, old boy. Out of here.
Did we see if anyone saw us?
You see over on the other edge of the room, the librarian, the head librarian, has got her nose in a book.
What do you mean saw us? I did not go near this motherfucker. You touched him.
You did the poking.
I touched no one.
I wonder who. Well, I have suspicions, but I'm not there of who it is.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave him where he is and follow Mr. G.
And so you make your exit. The librarian kind of looks up at you and then looks back down at her book as you make your way out the door. And nobody's
We'll be going now. Act natural.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
He's dead tired.
Somebody's leftovers in the library. Ugh.
Have you guys heard the Arnold Schwarzenegger version of Hawk to a Girl, by the way?
No.
Okay, who is that? I've heard that.
Don't ask.
I've heard that name mentioned.
Spit on that thing.
I like the G.I. Joe one I posted earlier.
What are you doing? You have to spit on it.
Yeah, it sounds just like him, dude. It's great.
I have no idea who Hawk-Tua girl is. I've heard her mentioned.
It's for the best, Jimmy. Don't worry. You don't want it.
Okay. Okay.
Your life will not be improved by knowing who she is.
Okay.
All right, so you all make your way out of the library. Camellia and York, where are you all going first?
By the way, Jimmy's mom would not approve of that girl, so he should not go look her up.
Enough said.
Exactly.
I think we were heading to. Were we heading to the Double Down? Because that's where you wanted to talk to the people about the weapons on the train. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get to that, however, Simp and Slytherin for $200.
Wow.
For Sevvy, the
Jesus.
only goddess even Cthulhu fears to cross. 5 Eureka points and 2 ability
I
reroll
don't think
points.
that's true, but thank you.
We'll see. Am I gonna get like threats if your character dies in this campaign?
Probably.
Who knows?
How dare you?
How dare you kill my queen?
All right. Well, thank you, Simp and Slytherin.
Sippin's in the chat. He's like, yes.
Just in lowercase letters, too. Just yes.
They will be
Can we call him Simpy like Krista does for
Why
an
not?
MCU fan?
Yeah, we can call him Simpy. There you go.
All right.
As in Ren and Simpy? No.
No, different Simpy.
But sorry. Yeah, we're heading to the Double Down Club now that I'll hide behind Camellia because she's going to be impervious to pretty much anything.
Okay.
Just use her as a shield.
So you get to the Double Down Club in just in time for an early lunch.
Yay!
There's a reason why Rudai hides behind Sevvy and Mummy's mask all
Natalia!
The coat check guy takes your coats, and a waiter comes and asks you for a drink order and asks if you'll be eating today.
Yeah. Yep, definitely gonna get food and then let her go about her business. If she needs me there, great. If she doesn't need me there, that's also fine. It's really up to her how she can use him.
Yeah, I mean, we came together. That's the plan. So
Okay.
I'll tell the waiter that we will want the table to have some lunch, but at some point, either before or after lunch, I need to talk to some people, and I'll flash my ring.
He nods and he gestures over to a cleared table. It's got a very small lamp on it that is lit up, an electric lamp, mind you, and it's a 2-seater.
Awesome.
Excellent.
I'll just go sit there.
Where did we leave India, by the way?
We can just say that India decided to go back
play with the
to. What you all said that your plan was to meet up here at the Double Down Club if things went south?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say she's with you.
Okay.
So after that, you see the waiter leaves and fetches or disappears into a small room off to the side.
If it is a small table that's normally meant for 2, we'll just grab an extra chair and make it a table for 3.
Fair enough. Okay, so you're all kind of cramped in there at the table. Menus are brought out. They've got whatever your little heart desires, because I don't know what would be on a menu in England in 1923 off the top of my head.
Bangers and mash, blood pudding.
No.
Pickled
that
eggs,
sounds
kippers. I don't know.
weird.
Pickled herring. There you go. Pickled
Beans
herring.
It's
on
just all
toast.
beans on toast. Exactly. That's all it is. Just beans on toast.
Beans on toast, I guess. Hold on.
Or
see.
Boiled
English
cake.
Bangers
menu
and mash.
1920s for lunch.
I don't know.
Shepherd's pie.
Oh,
Here we go.
there are
Jellied
menus
eels.
online.
They're not serving shepherd's pie these days.
Fish and chips.
It's spam.
Is shepherd's pie, is that an Irish dish?
I don't know. I think there's many variations.
Okay, so there are. I don't even. Okay, this is just like a cafe with a bunch of other shit. That's not what I was looking for, like a real lunch menu.
The Americans have got this something that's very strange, but the chef decided to make it today. It's on special. It's called a hamburger.
Oh well, there you go. We'll just do that.
What about chip beef? Shit on a shingle.
Wait, you're not there.
Gray meat.
I'm just saying it would probably be on the menu. Is what I'm saying.
Probably would be. It probably would.
Radar going right now. He's just
I'm just trying to help you, son. I'm just trying to help.
Rolls.
Okay, so looking at a menu.
I don't know what bacon is.
All the menus that I'm looking at from the 1920s are from New York or Chicago. But part of the menu that they have is chicken pie and casserole, pot roast.
Meat pies are very popular in England.
Yeah, meat pies.
Roast turkey. Yeah, let's just do a meat pie. Let's just say it's a meat pie.
Do a meat pie? Okay. All right, so he goes in and puts your orders for the meat pie in, and...
Oh, wait. You're not on Fleet Street, are you?
Well...
no, this is not Fleet Street.
Okay.
It's all sausages. Weird.
Oh, God.
And the waiter comes back and says, Miss Spaziani, the gentleman will see you now. And he gestures towards the door.
Okay, perfect. I will get up and we'll just let India with the food, and then Clay can come with me.
Yep, works for me.
India just goes ham on the food while you guys are gone.
Yeah.
She goes ham on the ham.
You don't know this, but India is stealing all of the buns.
All the buns.
She's doing it to get revenge on Mr. G.
She's, At first she was like, no gluten, no gluten. Now she's all about it.
The whole thing is just digested biscuits. That's the entire menu, just
The
digested biscuits.
Yeah. Well, she's getting that because she knows that probably Eldritch is going to come around, and then she just wants to make sure there are no more buns.
Why have all the buns gone?
They probably ate them. Let's be honest.
But then
she had no buns to begin with.
They had no buns.
Good one, Mr. G.
She's like a Fortnite character.
Flat as a board.
All right, so you go into the room. Is anybody going with you?
Clay.
Yeah, Clay is going to go with her.
You walk into the room, and the same gentleman is sitting there. He's surrounded by a couple of other guys. He takes a cigar and ashes it into an ashtray sitting in front of him on an ottoman. He puts his feet up and says, Miss Spaziani, I didn't expect to be seeing you so soon. What can we do for you?
I will be traveling in the next couple days on June 6th, to be precise. I think I mentioned...
It's quite a ways away.
Yeah, it is. But we need some assistance.
January 6th.
I mean, January 6th. I don't know what I said. January 6th. We need some assistance to make sure that our weapons make it into the train. And, of course, I'm wondering if you will be able to procure a flamethrower.
A flamethrower? Well, that's a bit of a tall order. That's a weapon of war.
We are going to war.
And last I checked, I don't think I've gotten any Thompsons like our last deal.
I did send the telegram out. As I mentioned before, you will get it.
All right. So flamethrower, eh? Let me roll. It might take me a little bit of time, but I might be able to get my hands on something.
Yeah, perfect.
And what do you want me to do with it?
Do it in the train.
He gets a blowtorch.
And where we will be in the Orient Express. I'm sure there is a place that you can hide it.
Well, yeah, I'd probably have to store it in the fourgon. And unfortunately, that's, most passengers don't venture in here. Typically at the back of the train, too.
Can I just say, it's a bad idea to give Sevvy a flamethrower. I've been on the other end of her flamethrowers before.
No, see, here's the thing. This is gonna be great. She's gonna set everything on fire and probably kill all
including
of
us. Yes, yes, I am against this. Yes,
I am more than willing to play ball.
Of course, you're for this. We are against this.
Well, as long as it's away from other people's hands and there when the occasion rises.
The worst people's
work.
hands.
The worst people hands. Wow.
Let me check something.
Have you seen her with a flamethrower? I have. I'm still on fire.
Well, I'll have the flamethrower be like, eat shit, motherfucker.
Let me look at something real quick. Bear with me for just a second.
See, the horror host has it right. It could be worse. I could be trying to get my hands on mustard gas, but now
Sure,
I'm wondering.
sure, asshole. Give her ideas, why don't you?
Now I have an idea about how
Shut the
amazing
fuck up, horror host.
it will be to get mustard gas. I can put it in a grenade. It can be like a smoke grenade. And I can throw it. This
You
is
should put it on your.
amazing.
You should put it on your hot dog, Sevvy. Put the mustard gas on your hot dog. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember, Sevvy, it's only a war crime if you lose the war.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the first time, anyway. Only war crime the first time. Or after the first time.
It's like, how much to get her mustard gas, Moss?
Jesus Christ.
See, Corner Pub understands me. I'm just an agent of chaos. I love chaos.
Let's see.
You know who else is the agent of chaos?
Who?
Dave. Do you want to be like Dave?
Well, I won't run away and leave my teammates behind.
Wow. Damn, Dave, she done called you out and knows you well.
I've seen enough Fortnite streams to know what happens.
Chrysanthemum is shocked that you like chaos, Sevvy.
That's fucking hilarious. Shocked. She doesn't. She's
Shocked.
beside herself.
This is her shocked face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear with me, guys. I have to look up something for reference, and I can't find it right off the top of my head. So
What-
play amongst yourselves. for a
What
minute.
a group of people look like after set ablaze with a flamethrower.
They'd probably look like Mr. Smith.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Camellia, I know you're trying to get something like that onto the train. I think we're going to not have problems carrying personal, armaments, since we're going to be crossing a lot of borders. I'm assuming we can, we're first class ticket holders.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure we
I'll
can
need-
carry on our sidearms, but anything else that you're going to bring on is definitely going to have to be.
Oh,
brought
I
back
wish
into
I
that
was
area.
there.
Right. Like, I'll need my Tommy gun for sure.
I wish I was there. Well, some of us are first class citizens.
And you have shotguns as well that, would be helpful for folks that might not be well versed in sidearms.
Well, we'll have to see. I'll have to check. I have a friend or two that can help me out with some things, but I have more things stashed in Paris and Venice and other places when we go along that we may not need to bring them all with us on the train the entire time. But
Okay.
I mean, they're hunting rifles, so to speak, so they should be able to be held into baggage.
Well, I've never tried to snipe somebody's head off, but I'm willing to try.
Well, I've seen it. It's pink mist, and then they fall down. It's not very pretty.
But it
And
gets you out of danger as long as you don't miss.
As long as you don't miss, Eldridge and Jimmy and India and.
Yeah.
I blew a guy's head off. I'm not there. I know. I just want to say, for the record, I blew a guy's head off.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Dave. I got an Eureka point for not running away.
Where's Dave? Oh, in Kick?
Yeah, he usually hangs out in Kick.
Very
I
nice.
have such a long page of notes. If you guys are in Discord or Guilded, you can go to Call of Cthulhu Moss, where I put all my notes in there. So if you're ever curious what has transpired, I try to keep as much detailed notes as I can, because I'm not allowed to play other games during the stream. So I have to do something, and that is take notes.
Very nice.
It's a good
Wilson.
use of your time.
Wilson with a $20 super chat. to help
nice.
Clay with his upcoming flashbacks. Oh, because
dear.
of the flamethrower? Because of the monster gas? Which one?
Either. Thank you very much, Wilson.
Either or.
I'm gonna need it.
So I'm trying to find the actual cost in the handbooks for a flamethrower, and there are none mentioned. Everything else is priced except for a flamethrower. It's got the stats and everything.
Because they don't want you to have one.
What I will say, yeah, it's in here, but it's not priced.
Oh.
I mean, what's the most expensive one that would probably fit the flamethrower?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
350.
Here's what I'll do. Let's see. You want me to get my hands on a flamethrower and stow it on the ship? I'm gonna need you to settle up now, or at least up front.
Okay.
300 pounds.
All right. Clay, could I borrow 300 pounds from you? Because my money that I have right now, my cash money is I think up to 50. No, my cash money is 175.
Yep. Well, he's still carrying a valise, so he's going to.
We just got like 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, he's gonna basically get some of it out and hand it to you. It's in 5-pound increments, I think. So he's gonna have to count a bunch of them out.
Okay, I will pay him the 300 pounds in 5-pound increments.
You see, as you bring out the valise, his eyes kind of light up. And he says, he counts it out and puts them down one by one on the table until he gets to 300. All right, gathers them up, straightens them out, folds it, and puts it in his breast pocket.
Isn't it silver?
Keep an eye out for it in the foreground on the train. Look for a crate. It's got a dove stamped in the books.
Okay. Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business with you, Miss Batsiani.
And Clay is just going to throw another, because, well, he wants to make sure that she's remembered and they're remembered. He's going to throw another 20 pounds down and just slide it across and say, the drinks today and tomorrow and however long this lasts are on me.
He picks it up and gestures toward you. Much appreciated. You're welcome back in there. Well, anytime. He picks up a cigarette or a cigar and takes another toke out of it.
Then we'll go and have lunch. I do want to make sure that I at some point today make sure to send a telegram to inquire on the weapon seal that we made to make sure that it happens.
Okay.
So I'll just make sure to do that at some point today. But
Man, it's like Lord of War 1920s edition.
Yeah, no kidding.
all these weapons deals going down.
Yeah, most other Call of Cthulhu crews are just like, oh, I'm a journalist. I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
I'm an archaeologist.
Sevvy, I want a flamethrower.
Yeah.
what
I'm
do
an
you
urban
expect?
warlord.
What do you guys expect? Really? When I told Moz I wanted to be a mob boss, he said this is perfect.
Fetch the Flammenwerfer.
Flammenwerfer. It's a Flammenwerfer. Oh no.
That's about right.
All right, so you all have lunch. Whatever you ordered, it was very good. This is a top-notch establishment.
Amazing food.
The total bill comes out to 8 pounds.
Okay.
Which is actually quite pricey, but
I'll
it's
pay
good
it.
food.
All right.
I'll pay for the group. I'll pay the 8 pounds.
All right. So now you said you wanted to just go ahead and send a telegram to check in on it. Okay. So we can just say that you do that. You won't necessarily expect a response immediately, but you can expect a response at some point.
Okay. And then I don't know if you want to go back to Eldritch and Jimmy, or otherwise our next thing is gonna go to the Turkish embassy.
Okay.
Well,
sounds good.
they were gonna come to lunch, but I'm assuming that they didn't make it here yet because they were busy for at least 2-3 hours, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was. They did research for about 2 hours.
Okay.
All right. So we can say, however, that by the time you both get done with what you're doing, it's at about the same time, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
So
we were headed back there. So
headed back there. Okay. Well, we can say that you all meet up with each other then.
Oh, perfect. So
Mr.
we're
G.
there, and I'm sure Eldritch and Jimmy see India Maria, carrying a bunch of buns because she thinks that Eldritch is not there yet. So she's like carrying
Jimmy
a big
keeps-
tray of bread, and then she looks at Eldritch and then probably like drops it.
are you planning to make some tacos?
Tacos? Were tacos a thing back then?
I don't know.
Shepherd's tacos.
Shepherd's tacos.
Shepherd's tacos.
Are you gonna make some tortillas?
Nice.
Mr. G, how could you think about food at a time like this?
Oh yes. So at the library, or museum rather, we ran upon a corpse. It was fixed to be sleeping, as it were, and on his chest said the what is it? The Lord of Skins, or the skinless one
Will not be denied.
will not be denied. I assume he was left there for us.
Who was it?
We did not stick around to find out.
Don't
so-
know. He was flayed from head to foot, Mr. York.
Yes. Well, we found out by the boy knocking him over and sprawl him open, so we did not hang around to learn about who it was.
Well, how was he?
Jimmy
was he covered?
looks
How did
very
no one
sick.
notice?
He had a jacket on and he was lying down upon the table as if sleeping.
Jacket.
He looked a bit odd and he was there for far too long, so we investigated and the boy knocked him over and splayed him open like a sack of ribs.
You told me to do it, Mr. G.
I didn't say to knock him over, you fool.
Clay is wondering if he could. I don't know if we should make an idea roll for this. He's trying to figure out if he could actually make a leap of logic. And in his mind, he's thinking it might be a Scotland Yard gentleman because they were all wearing dusters.
The horror host says tacos apparently originated in the 18th century, so yes, they would exist.
You're trying to guess who it might be.
Yeah, he's got it in his mind whether or not he's putting it in his mind. Like, does this what they described? Is that how the gentlemen that were the Scotland Yard men that were hanging out with the professor were dressed, or is this not? I'm pushing them for more details, and then he's just trying to.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an idea roll.
All right, we're gonna throw a point on there, Eureka point, and do it. Nope, not with that roll.
Do you voice it out loud or?
Yeah, he's thinking. He's like, I'm just trying to figure out if these are anyone we've seen before.
Did the guy look familiar to us, Moss?
They're dressed.
His skin was gone.
He had no
Right.
skin.
Yeah, but his outfit, that's a
That's
a good question.
An extreme success.
Yeah, and thank you, Darth Dave, I used your hero, your Eureka point.
Very good, very good. Yes, thank you, Darth Dave. Yeah, so based on his description, the Scotland Yard dresses similarly. But I mean, based on clothes alone, it's hard to tell, like, was this a Scotland Yard guy or was this just something that was meant to cover up a skinned body for long enough for it to be found?
Apparently, I'm clueless because I don't care.
We just sort of left him lying there. That's what's bothering me.
Well, maybe you should have brought him home, Jimmy.
Well,
Jimmy just keeps looking over his shoulder.
You two saw it. I mean, it's possible, but this time the museum figured out there's a dead body there, right?
He goes pale.
It's been some time, so
Yeah,
probably.
it's been some time. So if maybe we were to go back and just kind of see what's going on, kind of pass through to see if we
No
can
way.
overhear anything.
I ain't going back, Miss Spaziani.
Was it really that bad?
It ain't a question of bad. It's a question of we were the last two to be there.
Well,
Camellia,
that's what
if you've seen one flayed body, you've seen them all at this point, I would say.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, you guys don't have to go back. I'm saying Clay, myself, and India could go.
Ooh, do you think she can make some tacos from what's left over?
I'm sure she could.
Oh, that's gross, Mr. G.
Wow.
But if they completely scanned even his face, it would be hard to figure out who he even was anyway to begin with.
Right. Well, where are you headed after this, gentlemen? Do you have plans? Because I want to head to the Masonic Hall and see if I can drum up a little information there.
Well, I'm not going back to the library.
Well, we could drive by and stop and see if the police are there, at least, just from a distance.
Yeah, from a distance.
Whatever you say.
I think that we have a plan.
I hear kiwis.
Okay, so you're going back to the British Museum Library first.
Yeah, just kind of go by and I'm assuming we're just going to take a taxi since, you don't want Clay driving his truck everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going there. We were just there. I'm not getting blamed for this shit.
Yeah, I'm staying hidden in the back.
I'm having drinks and rolls at the other place since
Very
they're
good,
paid
very
for.
good. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Leave you with India staring across the table.
yeah, as you guys drive across or drive by the British Museum Library, you do see a few police cars out front. You see two officers standing out front, and they're both speaking with the librarian.
Okay, well, we just don't even have the driver stop and just head on towards the Masonic Hall and just look over at Camellia and say, well, they found him.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any chance of getting in there, though.
Yeah, we're not at this point.
No. Well, it's possible I'll find nothing out from the gentleman at the Masonic Hall because half of the time it's basically just a club.
Wait, I have a question. In the London map, number 7, make Makria's shop. Is this something that we're aware of, or just something that's in the map that we're not aware of?
I might have given you the wrong map, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, because that's the
Okay.
black
I don't
and white
remember
map.
that map.
We have a London players map, and I think she's got the black and white one right now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the
I was
London
looking
Players
at the-
map should have been yours.
Okay,
Where are the
fine. I'll
maps? I
open
get no
the.
maps.
Yeah, because the London one has a lot more stuff on it.
So if you click on images, you can see all the handouts. So I just clicked on the one that said London. Oh, I see. There's a London and a London players map. I was looking at it and I was like, why is Makriat in here? Like I was like, I don't understand this. What is going on?
Oh, Makriat's shop. No kidding.
Yeah, he has a shop apparently, and now we know because I was looking at the wrong map. Okay, I
Hey,
have
no
the right
renegade!
map now.
No,
No.
gaming.
I have the right map now. Because I was trying to find the Masonic Hall, and I couldn't find it, and then that's when I figured out that
Well,
this guy has
yeah.
his own shop.
Spoiler alert, the Masonic Hall is on neither map.
There we go.
Okay. Well,
Well, I'm going to basically metagame and take all my money out of the stock exchange and invest heavily in land in England until about 1936, and then I am going to pull it all out. So there we go.
Okay, very good. I like it. Okay, so, but you do go to the Masonic Hall. You walk in. I tell you what, Frost, I don't know a whole lot about the Freemasons. What, do you know anything?
As I do. Well, I know they have halls, and sometimes they have very interesting inner chambers where they have libraries and all kinds of very esoteric items. because they have a lot of interesting ceremonies, but also they actually do keep a lot of knowledge. I have one friend who was a Mason, and he didn't talk about it a lot, but he said, yeah, they've got all kinds of really interesting things hidden away back there.
Okay. So you walk in, and unlike the Oriental Club, they will allow women in. Typically, they don't allow women to be members, but there have been a few members since its inception. I did look that much up. However, you walk in, and as you walk, you pass through the transom. This is a very nice stone building. Clearly, it's Mason's Club. But inside, you can see very lavish furniture, very nice rugs. You see old, what look to be probably Crusader-era armor with lots of medieval weaponry put on stands in the main foyer, along with plenty of taxidermy. Further in, you can see that there are a number of bookshelves with some tomes. Not extensive, but you see that there's kind of like a seating area. So if somebody is just kind of sitting around hanging out, they can smoke a cigar, read a book, whatever you want. And there are stairwells and doors galore. You see an individual comes up to you, Clay.
Okay.
And you would recognize this man. His name is Kensington.
All right. Kensington.
That's what you know him as.
Nod at him and Kensington.
Yep. York, what brings you by the club?
Just gesture to Camellia. Well, my friend and I are charged with a very interesting trip and an interesting task by Julian Smith, Professor Julian Smith. If you know the man.
Oh, the professor, yeah. I was at his lecture the other night.
He's been gravely injured by some ne'er-do-wells, and he's been secreted away. But we're going to be heading off on the Orient Express soon, and I'm hoping to get a look at any kind of information you have here about an interesting society. Not a sister society, possibly a society that might not be friendly to ours.
Of magical.
Really? And you're all there, correct?
I think the only person that's not here is the professor, right? Because he went in 8 rolls, or did he come with?
I didn't go to the back to the museum, but if you came back.
Well, we were just going past the museum and going to this place.
Yeah, we would have made sure to say that we were just gonna drive through. We were not gonna stop.
Yeah, we weren't stopping at the library. We were literally going past to see if the cops were there on the way to this place.
Oh, then yeah.
And just say to him, do you know anything about the Brotherhood of the Skin, or a person named Macreat?
Well, let me think about that for a second. You know, I've heard of it. I don't know a whole lot about it. I think it's a Turkish society, yeah?
Yep, Constantinople, all of that such thing. Fezzes, knife-wielding thugs in the night.
Yeah, they're all like that, aren't they? It's a real problem here in London these days.
Especially for the good professor. Those are the people who attacked him.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean, you're welcome to have a look around at the books. I'm sure if I know about it, there might be something here about it.
Chrysanthus, it was a bit of an understatement. That's why I picked 1936 specifically. So did he say we could look, or he was going to look?
He said you could.
I could. Okay. All right. Well, if you don't mind, I know it's a little bit stretching the rules, but I'm not the most adept at looking through the library. I'm a little bit more and just kind of do the, pugilist hand-to-hand thing.
He kind of looks over the rest of the group. Who are you gesturing? Are you gesturing as to anybody in particular who should be looking through the books?
The professor.
Talking to me, old
Professor
boy.
and his assistant,
It's
yes.
it's both of them. They're the ones who have the high library use.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Well, I thought the professor stayed behind.
He was confused about whether or not we were going into the library, so he was actually coming along, but he didn't want to go into the library, and we're like, no, we're just going past. So he's like, oh yes, then I would have ridden along.
Okay.
So the two gentlemen there, the professor and his assistant, are trying to gather more information on these scrolls and this society.
Did you say rolls?
Oh, not now.
So what I'll do is, I tell you what.
And I can give him a little extra money too.
I'll say, Gore, why don't you go ahead and give me a credit rating roll with a bonus die?
Credit rating? You son of a bitch. I'm also going to use one of my biscuits on that as well. So.
That's a good idea.
Because my credit rating is trash. Ooh, what is that? Spend 2 of my... You son of a bitch. I'll spend 2 luck, you fucker. Success!
Okay.
I don't even know what I was doing this morning.
You spend probably about an hour poring through some old tomes. And you kind of find yourself stumbling upon a book of weaponry and blades. But what you find is an entry about something called the Memes Sahis. I'll put that in the...
Why did I use credit rating for this? I'm curious.
It's basically to demonstrate your status.
Okay.
So you find... I put the name of this thing in chat.
Mm-hmm. Two Snow says Eldritch needs credit karma.
So, the Memes Sahis is a curved blade designed for cutting the flesh and the precise removal of skin. It's about 9 inches long, 4 inches of blade, and 5 inches of handle. The jet black blade is made of stone, although what type defiles all geological identification. You also find that the Memes Sahis is an ancient artifact of the Vor, V-O-O-R, a sacred item of their worship of the Skinless One.
Mm-hmm.
It was constructed during the evil race's golden age when their civilization flourished on the Earth's surface, at least according to legend. Knowledge of how to create the item was lost, but the Vorish worshippers of the Skinless One retreated under the mountains of Eastern Europe in what would eventually become Hungary. Apparently, according to what's written in legend, they hid there practicing dark rites for 20 generations before they died out. And then in 327 AD, an escaped slave and Gothic lunatic named Unwin followed the whispering of the outer god Nyarlathotep and discovered the temple. He took up the knife and gave it the name Memes Sahis. Its Vorish name was never recorded.
I look at more of your books.
Oh, thank you, Clay's book.
You seem to have a vast wealth of knowledge here.
I didn't even know we had that one.
It was holding up the table.
I tell them of everything I found, but I want to look at more books now. You've intrigued me. I will.
You want to spend another hour?
I do, sir. I do. What do I use?
I mean, you would give me another. What can I think of? Library use.
Ah, yes. Well, that I can do. Yeah, regular success.
Okay. So with a
or you mean something else, Sevvy. That just means eating. So I don't know.
Yeah. So based on a normal success, you're not really able to find anything else specifically about the Brotherhood of the Skin or anything pertaining to anything named Sedefkar.
Okay. I will spend another hour, if possible, looking up anything to do with the stuff that I'm looking into in my book. Nyarlathotep and the fezzes and all of that good.
Yeah, while he's doing that,
Goodness.
Clay's just showing the rest of anybody who's interested some of the other on display artifacts and things that are available to people who visit, not the inner chambers or anything, and just chatting, having a drink, talking with people.
What else might be on display?
Probably all kinds of old tomes, like books, like normal books. Most of the time, like old copies of Bibles or other kind of manuscripts about Masons, weapons, like you said, the armor, things like that. There's probably somewhere in there also the vestments and things that people have worn over the years. Interesting things.
Oh, Jimmy's definitely following you around like a lost puppy.
Okay.
And portraits of a lot of the old Masons who have gone before.
I'm asking questions and drinking a cocktail.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh boy, what's that? What's that? What's that?
Oh, that's something from the Freemasons history. And that is too. That's
Okay.
So is that.
Wow,
Look, kids, Big Ben. Parliament.
you've got so much knowledge about these things, so specific and concise.
Oh, look, a UFO hit Big Ben. Did you realize that you have 2 Big Bens in your Cthulhuist background?
There's technically, I think there's a third one off screen.
Oh, yeah. Yes, there's a third one. It's on screen. Yeah.
It is
missed
on screen.
down
Yeah,
there.
yeah. London has a lot of Big Bens.
Good for when all the UFOs crash into them in the Doctor Who episode.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because there's also some interesting shaped buildings in the center.
Yes. Anyway, should I make a roll for that other stuff, or am I going to have to interact with these ruffians? And
Ruffian.
Yeah, go ahead and make me another roll.
that's what I want to see. Come on now, roly-oly.
Nice chrysanthemum.
Ooh, a 5. Extreme success, Moss.
Beautiful.
5. Sevvy, a 5.
I was actually gonna call for an extreme success. So well fucking done. Well done. So you actually find an old newspaper clipping.
Mm-hmm.
And the newspaper clipping talks about a man being murdered in Whitechapel
Mm-hmm.
in 1893.
Mm-hmm.
The man, there was a man named Dr. Niels Hobbs. Let me, I'll paste that in the chat for you.
Yes. Niels Hobbs. Niels
And-
Bobs.
It seems as though he was responding to a call by a comrade of his, or I guess comrade's a very
That's a dirty word.
by a compatriot of his.
Co-worker?
A fellow patriot.
Not a coworker, but he was responding to a request by a Dr. Julius Smith to see to a
familiar.
patient.
Oh wait, is that Professor
The patient.
Smith?
A 5, Sevvy.
Yes, it is Professor Smith.
Okay.
He was responding to a request by Professor Smith to see a patient who, in the article, is not named. However, reportedly, at least according to the doctor, the man was wearing what seemed to be a fez, which had grafted into his skin. And beyond all medical explanation, the life seemed to be almost sapped out of him.
El Seppo.
And according to his testimony to police, the man in the fez actually lashed out. His face distorted and became monstrous. And he lashed out with a strange, almost like whip-like tongue. And let me see if I can find.
I don't love
And
that.
the individual shortly thereafter died. The doctor himself was actually very seriously mangled. Let me see if I can find something for you.
Dr. Neil and Bob.
Let's see. I don't know if it's going to show me.
I need pitches, Moss. Pitches.
And while they're doing that,
Holy shit.
he's just totally confusing Chris by saying, or Jimmy, there's like 7 steps up to this podium for a very specific reason.
So he sucked his face off.
Oh, that's gross.
So that is an artist's rendition of what the doctor had described.
Where's the fez, though? I don't see a fez. I just see a big dome.
You can see the line.
Oh, yeah, where
the bottom of the fez and the part of the fez. It's like tilted back.
Yeah.
His head's all elongated.
Yeah, he's got fez head.
Old fez head.
7 whole steps. Wow.
Maybe I don't want one of these fezzes after all.
Jimmy should still have his brown fez, by the way.
The thing that was
Jesus.
That guy
Wait.
couldn't handle his fez.
So mangled, but what happened to his face?
That's
Look at
what
that
happened. The tongue that I was telling you about.
Ugh,
That's what did that to his
horrifying.
face. At least according to his testimony to police.
his
Jesus.
artist rendition. His name was Pook. He got
Yeah.
pooked up.
Well, we found out the name of the patient,
Right.
but we'll assume we don't know that.
He got pooked up by a looker. I mean, a
Oh
liquor.
yeah.
What? I didn't pay for that. It's extra.
All right. You guys, give me just a second. I gotta pee real bad. So I'll
Oh
be right back.
no.
Whee! Oh my gosh.
Well,
Fezzes
Wow.
and tongues.
So
I think the
Mr. York-
question is whether Eldritch still wants to get the spell to get the spells back into Fez to have people turn into monsters.
Well, you just got to have strength of spirit, right?
Yes. Look at what I can do with such a tongue, though. It'd be amazing.
You will probably die right away. I kind of wondering why. I mean, I guess like this is just out of character because we don't know and you haven't told us this. But like, why would he die immediately thereafter?
Look
Why
at
couldn't he just become a monster?
I think it was draining the life out of him.
Oh,
So wait, the guy licked his face off and then died?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or the guy who got his face licked off died?
The
So-
guy with the tongue died.
Yeah. I think the other guy may have also died, but I'm not sure.
He looks dead.
But the thing is, and what Clay says is, it was not meant for someone, just a normal person.
You
Someone
don't
who's
know
not-
about it yet.
Well,
I've told you
everything we've
nothing.
read about it, that it's actually, well, he's just saying these because that was the beginning of the stuff. It was because we were walking around, because Jimmy has his fez on. He's like, the reason that we don't want to deal with this whole thing is because it seems that everyone who's worn that thing has just died.
Yeah.
It sucks
Well,
the life out
yeah.
of them. It's like using him as a battery or something.
Yeah, the guy died. The doctor survived. Whether he's still alive right now, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know about the stuff that he's reading right now. I'm just referring to the earlier things that we knew about the fez, specifically because Jimmy was, wearing that damn brown fez around while we're looking at the building.
honestly, at this point, from a metagame perspective, I kind of want to keep the fez on.
Just so you can't have another fez put on you.
Well, maybe it will draw out the enemy in
Oh,
some
don't
way.
worry, Jimmy. I'll be making you a very special fez for you to wear.
Wait, making it into a fez or making it? Oh, never mind.
That's okay, Mr. G. I already got one.
I want my own private liquor.
You ain't paying me that much, Mr.
All right,
G.
so what else do I find out, Moss? So the guy with the face died, or the guy with the hat died, or they both died?
The guy with the face died. Oh wait, no. The guy with the hat. The guy with they both have faces. The guy with the hat died.
Well, not anymore. So the guy who got his face ripped off lived?
For a time. You don't see. At the time that the article was written,
he wasn't dead.
He wasn't dead.
Gotcha. So he ripped that guy's face off and dropped dead.
Based on the article.
Okay. Good to know. I'll keep that under my hat for now.
Under your fez?
Yes.
How many licks does it take to get?
I don't have a fez yet, but I will have one sooner or later.
Are you sure you want one of those, JT?
Well, who said I'm making it for me, sir? I do have an assistant, you know.
Nice. Oh, God,
all right. So what are the rest
in
of
a few
you
years' time, we'll find out Sevvy and her flamethrower were on the Hindenburg.
Yeah, I don't tell anybody about any of this.
So yeah, we're touring the place. I'm showing them, the significance of like some of the items, the steps, just keeping him busy while he's looking around and sipping cocktails and talking. And then we come back every hour or so to see if he's done. And then after he's finally done and looks bored, sated, I don't know, we descend upon him.
Okay. Well, it's been about 2 hours worth of research is what you've done so far.
So we've been here for 4 hours.
2 hours.
No, 2 hours total.
Okay.
So right now you're probably looking at it being about 4 o'clock, without travel and everything.
I'll stay here to learn as long as they'll let me.
Oh, then we still need to go to the Turkish embassy.
Yes, I'll wait here and read while they do that.
Are you leaving Jimmy behind, or are we leaving Jimmy behind to help, or are we going to? Okay,
it's up to Jimmy.
I kind of have to stick around with Mr. Gore because he's my boss and all that.
Contractually obligated. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So Camellia and Clay exit the Masonic Club. Kensington comes over to you, Gore.
Mm-hmm.
Members only.
Yep. I think that means we got to take our leave, Mr. G.
And how does one become a member here?
That is a fantastic question that your Keeper of Arcane Lore does not know the answer to. But we'll say that he tells you, and I will get back with you.
I believe you have to be sponsored by someone, because it's kind of a community organization and all that. You have to be sponsored, come in, go through a whole bunch of stuff. It's kind of a society thing where it's like, oh.
You could visit beafreemason.org.
There you go.
Not just a man, a mason.
And then you have to kill someone to get in. Wait, no, that's not. Never mind. Wrong.
Oh, Jimmy, could you come with me in this room for a moment?
No.
I'll show you something.
Put on this hat.
Put on this hat here. See what it does.
Do we have to be naked for this part, Mr. Gore?
So they're not going to let me read the books when Clay leaves. That's what you're telling me?
That's correct, yeah. The members left, his guests have to leave.
Fine.
That's the Clinton Foundation, Tuzno says. No, yeah, you're right. That's true. Oh, no, he suicided himself.
He says, before you head out the door, Gore, though, he does say, if you can get Mr. York there to sponsor you, we'll put it under formal review. Perhaps you can become a member yet.
I'll consider it.
All right, and he closes the door behind you.
Oh, Jimmy's gonna beg Mr. York for a sponsorship. He wants to be in the same club.
Kensington is polite but firm. I like it.
All right, so you all are heading to the Turkish embassy, correct?
I suppose.
Yes.
All right. So you arrive at the Turkish embassy at about 4:30 p.m. And you walk in the door, and
No. We're not that dumb. We are.
Oh.
We are scouting from
Jimmy's
far
got
away.
the door halfway open.
No, we're gonna be scouting
She's saying
from
that.
like far away.
Okay.
Just seeing who is going in, who is going out, to kind of like, because we already know what this guy looks like, to see if he has more copies of himself. So it's like a scout mission. It's not a we're gonna go inside and then get killed mission.
Okay.
Moss,
Okay.
where did the newspaper say that these macriots were found?
I think in an
The Chelsea Arms Hotel.
or a hotel, not an apartment.
Is that far from where what's his name lived? Smith.
The Chelsea Arms. Let's see. Trying to find it on the map here. I'm not finding it. Hold on, give me a second here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Thanks for the interlude music. I like that.
Yeah, it's Ghostbusters.
This guy can wear people's skin. I'm not sure you can see him. That's true. That's true.
Okay, the Chelsea Arms Hotel is... Gotta find the number. You're asking me if it's close to where the professor lived?
Yeah.
So it's actually right on the river, on the River Thames, on the western side of London.
Why is it spelled Thames and they always call it Thames? Why can't these people speak?
Because British.
That's a good question. If it was the River James, they'd call it Jims.
Oh.
If it was the river shit, they'd call it the river shat.
It's called shite.
Oh, geez.
So watching the
Irish river.
watching the exterior of the Turkish embassy, you actually don't see a whole lot of people going in and out.
Okay.
Based on what you've seen so far, Turks are not super common in London just yet. But they have an embassy nonetheless. What's with all the tomatoes, Chrysanth? What did I do?
She's old.
Oh, it's because of the gem. It's because of the gems joke. Okay, I get it.
Wow. 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 Wait,
So,
that was a while ago, wasn't it?
That was like 2 minutes ago. We're behind a little bit.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if I can make a spot hidden roll, he's just basically trying to look in the alleys and areas around it to see if anything looks familiar, like that.
Yeah, I would as well.
Like that person we saw in the place that only one of us saw up close, but I think, did the picture have a picture of, or the paper have a picture of the dead guys?
Well, Jimmy also
actually-
described them.
No, it did not. It specifically did not have a picture of the dead guys. I should have said that before.
Well, because he described him as having a really nice mustache and everything. I was just curious how close they looked. But yeah, he's going to try and look and see if he sees anybody hiding, looking suspicious around the place.
Yeah, I played into it before as if it did have a picture on the, but it does specifically say that there was no very.
Oh, it's just hearsay.
But let's see. So spot hidden success. Okay. At this point, you're looking in the alleys. You do see it's getting to be about 5 o'clock, and you do see kind of a younger man. He walks out of a side door. He's very well dressed, well kept hair. You look at him. He looks to be, as he's walking towards the street, looks to be probably about 19, 20 years old.
Probably too young then.
Can I do a psychology to try and determine, like, if this person is of influence, if it's a foreigner, if it's more like Turkish versus British, what he might be for a job?
Yeah, you can tell just by looking at him. This kid is Turkish. But if you want to kind of guess his status,
Yes.
I would say probably credit rating. Actually, I'd ask you for a credit rating roll.
Hey, there you go.
Okay. Based on his attire, his age, kind of all the everything factored in, you would guess he's probably more on the clerical side, administrative. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Gonna move this down.
That's not as helpful. Hmm. He just
Or
looks like
it might be.
functionary.
We can just ask him. He might be impressionable and might be able to give us more information.
Then I suggest that either you or India chat with him, being
Yeah. We'll
the
do
lady in the group. I'll just be near
that.
ish.
Yeah, I'll just be able to persuade him. Okay, so I'll approach the man, I'm assuming, with maybe... I don't know if India wants to go, but I'll approach him. And
Okay.
I will say, "Hi, I'm sorry. I'm lost here. Do you know where I could potentially find the Turkish embassy?"
Oh, he seems a little startled that such a lovely lady would come up and speak with him, especially, well, an Italian one, a white one at that. He normally walks with his head down, but he looks up and he starts and he says, "Oh, the Turkish embassy. Yes, well, this is the Turkish embassy, but I just closed up shop."
Oh, okay. Oh, you work here. Oh, that is so fascinating. How long have you worked there?
Oh, I started here as an intern. I've been working here for about 2 years.
Oh, wow. So you must know everybody that gonna goes back and forth, right? You must have a lot of stories.
Oh boy.
Well, stories, no. It's more of a front desk type thing. I handle the public facing side of the embassy.
Oh, very important job you have. You're the face then of Turkey here in England.
He looks up and kind of off into the distance and says, "The face of Turkey." I like
Old
that.
turkey face.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well,
Make me give me a charm roll with a bonus die if you would.
I
Buttering
love
up
it.
good.
I'm gonna use Eureka point as well because my charm is fucking 15. Okay.
It might increase after this if you roll.
Remember,
She's
you do,
about
you
as
do also
charming
have
as a brick.
you do also have your bonus die.
Look at her.
Look at that.
Of course she did.
Roll a 4.
Wow, dude. That's awesome.
Is anyone surprised at all? Anyone?
Not at all.
Surprised.
You
She gets surprised every time too, which I love.
Sevvy got that privilege.
You see,
Sevvy privilege.
I'm
Straight
surprised
up.
the simp who rolls the dice for me made that mixing it. I'm so surprised.
You see, he straightens up, straightens his posture, straightens out his suit jacket, and says, "Mustafa Koprulu, at your service."
Oh, what a lovely name.
Gesundheit.
Can you like write it down?
Yes, here. You have a ping.
Yeah.
Uh,
I meant like you, but yes. Okay. Hold on.
Do all those umlauts.
Cthulhu. Okay. Oh, so wonderful. I'm wondering, Mustafa, maybe we can grab a drink later and you can tell me about your job. I'm kind of interested. I've been trying to think about potentially going to Turkey. I'm visiting in the area.
you want to go and have a drink with
the Muslim.
With the face of Turkey, of course.
You see, he gets a little nervous, gets a frog in his throat. He says, "I don't know. Mother is expecting me, and I probably should be getting home." And he begins to start walking away.
Moss, what does Aruda got to do with this?
Okay. All right. Well, it was nice to see you. Oh, but can I ask you a quick question before you head out, if you don't mind?
He stops and he turns around. Yes.
Yeah. Did you see the papers of the individual who apparently died 3 times?
You see, he gets a look on his face, kind of a tired look, almost frustrated.
Okay, I'll do psychology. I mean, I'm sure I kind of already know that it means
Yeah,
he's
can Clay
really
see him
tired.
from where he's... Because Clay might be alley. Can he see from there? Because he's trying to judge this guy's behavior as well.
Yeah, you can see it. Go ahead and give me a psychology roll as well, if you'd like.
I think we all are.
Oof. I made it. But...
Yeah.
Okay, regular success, regular
I'm sure
success.
he's just tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, you can tell based on his demeanor, he's probably had several people come and ask him about it since the article came out.
Okay.
Because this was not on the fault of the Turkish embassy. I've been asked this several times. Please, this was not mishandling of paperwork. My official statement is that they are forgeries.
That was not my question. I just wanted to make sure that the real person was okay. I was really concerned because it looked like maybe somebody was trying to kill the real person and they just happened to potentially kill other people.
What are you doing, dog? And my dog is making all kinds of weird noises. What are you doing? Oh, he's chewing on the wall. Stop it!
It's only the wall. Don't worry.
Right
got
after
paint
he
on it.
said the other day that he did not chew on cables.
Yeah, well, she likes to chew on the wall and the table and everything that's wooden. That's got paint on it. Don't you know that?
And then also, I do want to do psychology on his statement that the papers were forgeries to see if that's what he actually believes.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
There you go, a hard success. But my question to him later on that I can roll after was to kind of see if he knows the real person. When I say, I just wanted to know if the real person was okay.
So, based on your psychology roll at his statement as to that, them being forgeries, he is, actually, let me see, what did you roll? Okay, yeah. You can tell, I mean, he's very convicted about that statement. Like, he believes it 100%. As far as if he knows Mehmet Mac, yes, I do know. Well, I know of him. I know that he keeps his shop at 3 Brophy Lane in Islington. And
go ahead.
Between you and me, and he kind of leans up close and he starts to whisper. The ambassador won't tell you this, but all the files containing photographs or personal information, they're gone.
Oh. Wow, that's scandalous. Well, I'm sure you guys will figure out where he went. Well, have a good meal with your mom.
Oh, you can see he steps back and he straightens up his posture again, and he nods at you, and he kind of looks off to the side as if he's disappointed in himself, and he begins walking away.
Okay, I'll walk back to York, and I'll say that Mehmet apparently has a shop at 3, what sounded like 3 Brother Inn Lane. Something
3? Bro, it's 3 here. Let me I'll post this in the chat too.
Okay. But now we found out in character that there is a shop.
You've learned what the map told us ahead of time.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay. Shop. What? Why does he have a shop?
I don't know, but we have time tomorrow.
The front,
to figure
probably.
it out.
Do we know what type of things are sold in that part of town where she's saying, from what he knows?
Yeah, what sort of shop does he have, Moss? If it's some sort of, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Antiques and stuff. Wouldn't I probably know about it or something? Seen it before.
Yeah, give me an idea roll.
Because these are the types of things that I'm, Regular success. Oh, I did something else by accident.
Yeah, so you actually, you remember, you've probably visited this store before, actually.
Yes, I know this place. I've been here before.
Let me see. Give me just a second here.
It's just a Fez shop.
Fez shop.
It's a haberdashery.
You remember it as sort of kind of like a small time exotic and nothing of real value, but you remember him having like some old Egyptian memorabilia, a lot of memorabilia and antiques that come from foreign nations. But what you also remember about it is that the individual who was running the store was actually an old man.
I think your internet has turned to shit again, Moss. You seem fractured and delayed.
Yeah, it's gotten
Fractured and
better.
delayed?
When you started
better?
talking, it was bad.
Now you're better. Now you're better.
Yeah, you're better.
Sounds
Okay.
fine to me.
Okay, I shouldn't have said anything about it at the beginning of the stream.
Now it seems fine though. Maybe
Yeah, now
make
it's-
sure the
it was-
dog's not chewing on
It
a
was just like a couple seconds.
cable.
Yeah, I'm green now.
She's eating all
so
the
did
internet.
did you hear what I told you before?
I think
Is
you
that
said artifact or
Yeah, you said
or
the store
antique
was
shop
a
or something.
small-time exotic shop, nothing of value, nothing of real value. There were old Egyptian memorabilia and antiques from foreign nations,
And that an old
and
dude
also,
ran it.
yeah, the people running it before was an old person.
It's just called Fez Tactic. No? Okay.
Fantastic.
The doctor's Fez shop.
You remember it being known as the Crescent the Crescent Treasury.
Yes, I know this place.
He sells mogwai and frozen yogurt. Frogurt.
He sells fezzes and communist streamers.
And sharp knives. Oh god. Just like assorted cursed knickknacks. Exactly. So, do you say that out loud to us?
Me?
Yeah. Well, Eldridge, not you.
Yes, I know this place. Blah blah blah. Crescent Treasury. Some old man ran it. It had nothing of value there, from what I remember.
We should look anyway tomorrow, but I guess
course.
that means we have tomorrow to search things in this town before leaving.
It's probably a front for whatever business he has going on here.
You mean the skinning of people?
Yes, that business.
Ugh. Well,
I'm looking for.
is there anything else we need to do this evening? I don't think I want to call it an international incident by kicking the door down to the embassy. I mean, I
think
want
we're
to,
good.
but I don't think I should because of what you found out that all the information is gone.
Yeah.
Yes, but maybe he said that just so we wouldn't kick in the door and find out more about it. If you don't want someone to look there, the best way to do is tell someone that it's not there.
No, I think he was being honest. The pictures of Mehmet just disappeared. If he's gonna have a bunch of people pretending to be him, it makes sense.
Interesting. By the way, Eldritch, did you find anything in the books there?
It's nothing of import.
So
They wouldn't let me stay.
well, we can see about getting you in there later. It's a bit of a process, but you're a citizen, so it's a step in your favor. A little more difficult for me, but I was a Mason, well, from before. So what's the plan for the evening then? Light reading?
I think
Relaxation,
at that point
food?
we just, yeah, probably do dinner at your place. I don't think there is anything else that we can go.
Yeah,
Most of the places will be closed at this point.
We could go, whatever the shop. Scout out the shop, no?
When it's closed.
I kind of want to go to the shop.
Well, we're not going to go there when it's open, are we?
I was going to do both, but yes, I'd say
Okay.
let's go look at it for now and
Sure.
scout
Let's
the
go to the
area.
shop. Right. We'll go to the shop.
Okay, sounds good. So about the time you get to the shop, you kind of go all the way across town to Islington. Right now, it's getting to be about 6 o'clock in the evening. It is dark, given that it's January, so the street lamps have come on. You see, let's see, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? It is here. So there's just a little visual representation of what a storefront of that caliber might look like.
Is a demon
Cobbler in the basement?
There is a cobbler in the basement, yes. So you look in the front door, and a closed sign rests in the window on the door. The lights are all out. And you do see that there is also a second floor to the building, which the lights are also out.
Would one, what would one have to roll to see if you would thought someone who would work in that shop would live upstairs and not just rent it out to someone?
I don't know if that's necessarily specific to any given role, but it would probably be another intelligence or idea.
Well, I got a success, so.
Okay. It's customary for people to live above their stores.
Okay. And the lights are off. Okay. Well, he probably lives here. Or someone who runs this place for him lives here. So if we are going to break in,
No,
we
should
need to
not
be a
break in.
bit stealthy about it.
I don't suggest we break in.
Oh, and here I thought you were going to suggest we just set it on fire as payback.
Tempting.
He
can-
raises his eyebrows like, I was kidding.
Does the store just sell like goods? It just says tea, lemonade, eggs, and milk.
I mean, no, that's just a,
typical
yeah,
store, he
that's
said.
Okay.
yeah, that's
all right.
that's kind of what it might look like.
Oh, okay, all right. Can I do a spot hidden to kind of see if I can see something from out here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, I'll use an Eureka point for that.
And Clay is doing the same thing for a completely different reason. He's looking for cats everywhere on top of the roof, in the windows, behind the buildings, and the alleys.
Interesting. Okay.
Jimmy's looking for a waste bin.
I want
The
to.
ground.
I want to do spot hidden to see if anyone's looking at us, looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see.
Which I got a
Camellia.
regular success for.
Camellia got a regular success. So it's tough to see inside with all of the lights off. Based on what you can see, it looks like there's all kinds of curios on the inside. Kind of unremarkable pieces of Egyptian, Arabic, and Persian brasswork, rugs and ceramics. That's really about all you can make out on the inside. Clay, you actually, yeah, you do see a cat.
Oh,
It kind of skitters around the corner of a building. Doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. Just a stray cat.
Clay is just going to literally elbow Eldridge a lot harder than he intended. A cat.
What if perhaps you should go?
He just got elbowed by a
feed it
guy
or
with
something?
that 6'5", 280-pound guy with an 85 strength. Who's like, hey!
You elbow him in the cheek.
Oh, I took him down. I'm sorry.
What the hell is wrong with you? You
Eldritch,
boob.
you look around and regular success. You don't actually see anybody.
Okay.
Not anybody that's spying upon you, spying upon the store anyway.
Right.
And Jimmy, you see no trash can in sight. But the good news is the ground is littered with trash.
Okay. Jimmy's gonna look for a very inconspicuous looking spot and deposit the flaying kit.
Okay.
He's trying to hide evidence.
All right. So we'll say that you come across a storm drain. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh boy, I bet I'm good at that. Where's the sleight of hand? Sleight of hand. Oh boy, yeah, definitely going to use a Eureka for that.
Do you also have any bonus dice?
Do I?
Has the chat given you any?
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, man. Wow.
You suck at this.
Your sleight of hand is low.
So as you're on your way, you're making your way over to the storm drain, and you kind of trip over one of your shoelaces. And it's not a fumble, so you don't drop it, you don't stumble and fall on your face, but you definitely do draw some attention before you're able to actually get it into the storm drain.
History eraser button says he reaches for the drain and sees a clown, and Daxie says, I take the balloon.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. A balloon for me?
We all float down here, Jimmy. We all float down
He
here.
does just sort of push the flaying kit.
Don't
into the
worry,
storm
folks.
drain.
He's just studying to be the next Charlie Chaplin. It'll be fine.
You see a couple people walking around, and they're like taking a double take at you, but they just kind of keep walking. This is London. People do weird things.
So I am removing the flaying kit from my inventory, unless anybody's going to stop me.
Nope.
No one's going to stop you.
Okie dokie.
Oh no, getting rid of the instruments of torture? Oh, please
Maybe
don't. No.
leave it in this shop. You could call the police upon.
That was originally going to be the idea, but I like the idea of dropping it down a drain so much better.
It's done. The deed is done. 99 red balloons. Good callback on that, Jensen.
It's Luft balloons, okay? Luft.
Well, I understand the reference.
Luft.
99
I know, but I'm
flaying
saying-
kits.
99 fed balloons by Sevvy and the Simpies.
Hey, there we go.
Points for you, Corner Pub.
Hunty says, takes kit. Mine now. Wait, Hunty, are you down in the sewers? Wait a second.
Luft.
I was gonna give you the balloon, but you gave me this nice kit. I think I'll just play with that for a while.
Oh God. You just
Instead,
took
I
a serial
gave you
killer
the
monster.
balloon knot.
Oh dear.
Oh God, balloon! God damn!
Talk to a girl. Strikes again.
Spit on that thing.
Wow.
That'd be poopy.
I don't know what any of this means, but I'm glad that I don't know any of these things.
I heard balloon knot, and now I'm sickened.
As you should be.
That's what you get for throwing the tools down into the sewer.
So after
Are you
this,
all-
we're
Stop me.
done.
So you're not gonna try to investigate the store any further then?
Clay is actually, so we're seeing the front of it, right?
Correct.
Clay is following the cat.
I think I want to go to the back of the store.
That's where I think the cat's going, but I'm not sure.
I like the set it on fire idea. A little bit of payback never hurt anyone.
Okay. So you follow the cat, and that's interesting. So you follow the cat, and Camellia, you're going around to the back of the store.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you notice that Clay is actually heading to the back of the store as well because the cat kind of rounded that corner.
Okay.
Are you kind of circling around the opposite side, or are you wanting to follow Clay?
I'll circle around the opposite side.
Okay. Give me a listen roll, both of you, if you would.
All
I
right.
will use a bonus die and
The heck is my listen here?
an Eureka point.
Oh, there it is up there. I'm using Eureka point.
I can hear everything in the world.
And I got an extreme success. Oh, you got an extreme. You got a -9. I got a -5.
Look at us go.
You
We hear everything.
win.
No, we both win. We both
I think
win.
that's the lowest
You hear-
roll we've seen yet.
You hear eldritch fart.
All of London hears that.
Yeah.
It's all the bread.
You
As well they should.
I was going to say, too many rolls, Mr. G.
Rolls and Scrolls. That's his new podcast.
Yeah.
Tonight on Rolls and Scrolls.
Okay.
I think you got
So-
a new T-shirt idea for Eldridge now.
Welcome to Rolls
let
and
me-
Scrolls, sponsored by Four Hymns.
4 hymns. Give me just a second here because I've still got this music playing and I don't want the music playing.
Okay.
Here's music.
Yeah.
We're just gonna put you on the streets of London.
We belong to the
Yay.
streets.
We
Belong to the streets. So with those listen rolls, you actually hear someone around the other side of the building talking. And specifically with those with rolls to those degree, you can't necessarily make out what they're saying, but it sounds like it's in a Turkish accent.
Turkish noises.
Let me ask you this then. I don't think Camellia does. York, do you speak Turkish?
No, he's got smatterings of French, German, Italian, Latin, Russian, Spanish.
Okay.
But it's all smatterings
Okay.
from the wars
So-
and stuff.
The accent is familiar, based on, kind of what you've heard before as far as talking to Turkish people. But you don't understand exactly what he's saying.
Okay. And you said there were two people talking, or?
Specifically, you hear one person talking.
Okay. I'm going to wait for a moment to see if anyone else responds.
Daka 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 Muhammad Jihad.
You actually hear kind of it's like a weird clicking noise.
Oh, well then he's going to step around the corner, not even trying to hide himself, just moving right towards whoever this is. Because, well, he's that subtle when he's stealthing.
Okay. And
I will try to hide and just
Okay.
kind of see.
go ahead and give me a stealth roll first and foremost.
And I'm gonna using an Eureka and a bonus die. Oh, thank God. Thank fucking God. My soul was a 20.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So
Are we
you,
with you guys?
Who came around this back of the building? I don't remember.
So far, the only people who've said anything about it would have been York and Camellia.
You were throwing stuff away.
Camellia, you hunker down and you kind of peer around the corner as Clay steps out and basically just announces his presence. And you see on the other side of the wall, Makriot.
Oh.
And in his hands, you see he's carrying several pieces of luggage. But the most interesting thing that you see is the individual standing next to him. An individual which is not human, is about human size, but is almost insectoid. It stands on 2 hind legs and has 4 arms jutting out from each side. It almost resembles a cockroach. And you look around and you can see nobody else around. It makes this horrible clicking and slobbering noise as it kind of reaches around and both disappear.
Oh,
I need both of you to make me sanity. I need both of you to make me sanity rolls as you see this.
All right, I'm gonna use a Eureka point. Let's see. I have my 1 bonus die, which is gonna go away now.
Oh shit! I'm gonna use a bonus die and a Eureka point as well.
Oh wait, can I use a bonus
How
die?
many
on a
bonus
sanity
dice
roll?
do you have, Sevvy?
I have 6 left.
Yeah.
Crap.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't think I had 1.
I didn't, but I got 1. Well, I had 2, but now I only have 1. Let's see. Why is my sanity not rolling?
Oof, I'm good.
All right.
Let's be fair. It's best that they have those anyway.
Regular success. Okay, well that's good. That's good. I rolled the exact same thing on both dice. Well,
Okay.
pretty close.
So neither of you really grasp what just happened. Like, you could swear that you just saw Makriot, and you could have swore that you just saw a giant cockroach grab him and disappear from this plane of existence. And it doesn't really affect you, strangely enough.
Excellent.
I
Corner
will.
Pub Gamer says, this was truly unexpected. I think I need to roll a sanity.
Wait a minute. My third flayed man made me lose a bit of sanity, but a giant cockroach and a disappearing man did nothing to them. With
I'm
my
with JT
success?
on this one.
What the fuck?
Correct.
That's a
Bullshit.
total rook.
I think I'm gonna wait for a moment and then step out and then look at Clay and say, well, since he's gone, should we just go inside the store and look around?
And Clay was actually getting his knife out and charging, and he stopped mid-stride, just looked, and he's like... And he's growling under his breath, and he just kind of looks over at you and then slowly focuses back into, not into, I need to kill things mode.
Insane Clay, yeah.
And he's gonna just look at the place and say, and just grunt.
Okay. I will ask India to come and try and lockpick the door.
Hunty says London is weird enough, nothing affects him anymore. Hold up, wait a minute.
All right, so she's going to make a locksmith roll. I don't know. Has she been... I don't know how many Eureka points she actually has. So I'm not gonna use one for her.
Well, I mean, she has a bunch of templins that are gonna go away, right?
Oh, that's true. She does have 11 of those. So yeah, we'll go ahead and throw one of those on there. Let's see.
Yes, use me. I thirst for blood. Clay's boot knife. I'm sorry, they teleported away.
She failed the locksmith.
Unfortunately, she's not able to get it. I'm told. Another one from Simp and Slytherin, $100. Simp and Slytherin says, Sevvy is such a brilliant player. With her brains and her loyal dice, the party cannot fail. 2 times ability roll.
Wow.
Oh, thank
Nice. That's why I wasn't afraid to go around the corner as Clay, because I've got Camellia backing me up.
Dude, I have a locksmith of 1. I guess, should I try to locksmith?
You sure Simpy isn't a rude eye?
I mean,
they're different people, I think. Should I try to locksmith? You guys think?
Did you?
I say go
Sevvy and
for
Moss,
it.
did you see Chrysanth pointed out something and she said guild?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Got it.
Yeah, Twos knows you should become an e-girl.
There you go. Clay looks down at his boot, the size of his 12, size 13, whatever boot he has, and he's like, I'm sort of a locksmith.
Okay.
A loud locksmith.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, you guys think I should try? I mean, well, locksmith is one.
What's the worst?
I think you should go for it.
Okay, I will use one of the bonus die and a Eureka point. Cross your fingers.
Cross all the fingers.
Ah, shit. Nope. No
Should
such
cross
luck.
dicks too.
You only gotta spend 28 luck.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not able to pick this lock. It's a little bit too advanced for your skill level, which is no skill.
Yeah,
Where is
no
your
skills.
simp now?
Well, for one thing, Clay's gonna check. Oh, nice. Where is your simp now? Clay is going to try the windows and then try the door handle, just kind of surreptitiously, like just to make sure that he remembered to close up behind himself.
Yeah, so you go around, you try all that, everything is locked.
Okay, and around the back, how crowded is it here?
You see, he's actually got a bit of a fence. You stand about a. It comes up to about your shoulder, but it
Okay.
is a privacy fence, no less.
Okay, he is just going to say, if you two want to make some noise somewhere down the street, maybe an argument or something for a moment, somewhere away from here. Oh, forget it. He just looks around.
All right.
Puts his foot
I mean,
against
me
the
and
back
Miss
of the door.
India could fight.
He just mule kicks it. Yeah, well, you fight all the time. He just mule kicks it while he's like, oh, forget it. He just mule kicks the door.
All right, give me a strength roll.
All right. Plain strength, or do you want brawling, or what?
Yeah, give me brawling. Give me brawling.
All right, we'll do fighting brawling. I'm going to use points as I have it.
Use them up.
So hard success.
All right, go ahead and roll damage on that.
Why are you hitting
right.
Joanna Osterman?
Why not? She deserves it. Okay, fighting brawl.
That's
5
weird.
points of damage.
Instant death. Instant death. That's it. I guess it's not visible to you guys, but it popped up. It says 5 to Joanna Osterman. Instant death.
Poor.
All right, so 5 points of damage. You bust that door open as like the door handle almost comes off, and the door slams on the inside of its frame and comes back and almost closes, but you can easily open now.
He just turns around and walks in and says, "Sorry, Macrat."
All right, so in the back, you actually have entered into what looks to be a storeroom. Now, while they're doing this, Jimmy, Eldritch, what are you all doing?
Well, they didn't tell me what they were doing, so I'm just sitting there looking out to see if anything's going on or happening.
You
I feel
can,
like we would have heard the
You would
door
have heard
get
the door, yeah.
yeah, you can clearly hear that that there was a door that was kicked in, or some bang around the back side of the shop.
Cameron says, "I like your banging the door better than Mort's way."
Yeah.
Oh God, Sevvy's flamethrowers in the chat. Sometimes you heard the one
no.
most.
Oh my god, there is a Sevvy's flamethrower. Oh, okay,
Genius.
I'm gonna
Genius.
screenshot that one. That one is awesome.
Sheer poetry.
Wish I
That's
could
awesome.
see the picture.
It's hard to say. Hard to see it.
No,
put it
Tunes
in
knows.
the-
I'm not saying that out loud.
I'm gonna put it in the Cthulhu chat.
So are you all, after hearing that bang on the outside, are you all are you going to go investigate, or are you just going to wait outside?
Jimmy's gonna get up and he's gonna say, "What was that?"
Well, Jimmy, I think that was your mom. We should go investigate.
Mama?
I very slowly walk around like nothing happened to the back of the building.
Yeah, Jimmy's gonna sort of like try to get ahead of Mr. Gore.
Okay. You see Camellia standing there, and you see York making his way inside. And York, as you enter to the inside,
I thought we weren't going to break in.
you see it looks like this is a storeroom. You see an assortment of closed boxes, crates, a couple of filing cabinets. You also see off to your left an ascending staircase, and just in front of you, it looks like a swinging door, a swinging wooden door.
Did you just say Chrissy May's husband is there?
What? Oh, God.
Wow.
I'll explain to Eldritch and Jimmy and India that we saw Makriat. He was talking to a large insect and they disappeared. So we're pretty sure the coast is clear for now.
Wait. What do you mean by large insect woman?
He's kind of flipping through stuff. He just says cockroach, 6 foot tall. Clicking.
Yeah, about a cockroach. Yeah, about 6 feet tall. It had like 4 tiny, grubby little hands, and it was clicking with his mouth, and that's how they were talking to each other. And then when they saw Clay, the cockroach grabbed Makriat, and then they poofed.
And somehow
so they're not here anymore.
And somehow this seems, I don't know, normal to you.
With everything we have seen, yes.
I mean, you've seen some things, but that seems a bit elevated, don't you think?
I thought I had a wild imagination.
I mean, like, I don't know, can I roll on the occult to kind of try to understand what type of magic it is or something?
You'd probably have to have skill in the Cthulhu mythos.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to roll.
You know who does have skill in the Cthulhu mythos and can say, well, what would teleportation and a large cockroach be and have a book?
That's
my man.
Yeah.
So
My man.
I'm going to use a little bit of the old Eureka pointage and Cthulhu mythos and make a roll, sir. And I will fucking fail horribly at it.
Well, I'll just roll.
Oh, what about the book, Moss? The book. The book, Moss.
Back.
Large cockroach man. Teleporting cockroach man.
That one called for an intelligence roll, correct?
I don't know. You are the boss. I'm just an agent.
It should be in your item description here.
Oh, maybe it does. I don't know. I'm stupid.
Let me see.
Where's the? Oh, there's the book.
Clay stops and he turns around and he just kind of turns his head and looks at Eldridge and looks at Jimmy and just says,
It doesn't say, Moss. You didn't put much info in there.
"Do you think the bugs are wearing the skins?"
It says, when you encounter an unnatural or supernatural entity, you take your turn to make an idea roll.
Ah, yes, you're right. It does say. Never mind.
I suppose they could be if such a thing even existed.
There you go, boy.
If they
There's what you call it's a hard success.
So you understand this as what's called a dimensional shambler.
Ooh, dimensional shambler. What do I know about it, sir?
You know that a lot of times, well, for as often as a lot of times can be expressed, given the nature of these things, they're utilized for their abilities in teleportation.
And how does one use one for abilities of teleportation? In other words, how does one procure one and use one and make it do your bidding? Is there any information upon that?
That's about all you know.
So I know shit, except what it is.
You know what it is.
Oh, well, seems what you are describing is what's known as a dimensional shambler.
His eyes get a little wider. He looks at you and he's like, you know what it is?
I know somewhat of what it is. It's used for its teleportational abilities. Now, how one procures one and gets one to do its bidding, I have not a fucking clue. But that is what it is. From my
Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
A dimensional shambler.
Wait, you're saying you believe this too, Mr. G?
Believe what? Do you not believe the things they've told you? Have you not seen enough to know when someone you know tells you something that it's a thing and not a figment of your imagination, boy?
Listen, Mr. G, on all my 19 years on this earth, I ain't never seen no giant bug man.
Yes, because they don't lurk around cornfields with imbeciles, Jimmy. They work for powerful people who do terrible things. Is that what your family does?
Well, no.
Then of course you wouldn't know about it, son.
Well, so then
That's why you're here to learn. Damn it,
I love how you're screaming so loud at Jimmy that your microphone cuts out.
All right.
I like to think that it's actually a shop. I like to think that it's actually damaging Jimmy's hearing.
What was that, Frost? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying that, and while we're breaking into a shop quietly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Ignorance sets the man off. What can I tell you?
I will spend an Eureka point to spot hidden in the storeroom that we're in to see if I find anything in here.
This is all Jimmy's pay
It's definitely not a dimensional shambler, Moss, because nobody lost any fucking sanity when a giant cockroach disappeared in front of him.
Would you say good?
Also, Sevvy's flamethrower has a new profile picture. Looks really cool. Looks like a flamethrower.
Oh, look, Sevvy got an extreme success. I can't believe it.
I'm so shocked.
I am shocked.
I'm so shocked.
See this?
Nice.
This is my shock face.
Well,
right.
I'm still shocked when it happens. It's insane.
So looking around in the store, a lot of it. I mean, it's a lot of the same. It's just a lot of brasswork, rugs, ceramics. You can tell that these are clearly reproductions. None of them are original and very cheaply made at that.
You know, little made in China stickers on the bottom of them.
Dang it. Well, I guess further in or further up?
Further up, if he's gonna keep anything, it's gonna be upstairs.
All right.
You know, Moss, I decided to look them up, and nothing looks like a giant cockroach that I'm seeing. They look like horrible creatures.
I guess we should probably.
Well, there's one that kind of looks like a cockroach. But the rest
yeah,
don't.
if you're looking for stuff, because Clay isn't looking for anything specifically. He's kind of just thumbing through, like, just surface, like, whatever, because his mind is just racing right now. He's not even focusing on anything in the shop.
When we go upstairs, I want to search for anything that is like a hidden type of drawers or things on the walls or anything like that, like little nooks and areas, and reading paper that might tell us what he's up to.
I got a regular success.
Yeah, I want to look for hidden compartments and stuff like that as well.
Sevvy, can you remind me what was it that you were looking for?
I'm looking for hidden compartments that might be hiding stuff upstairs, in the room upstairs, the second floor, and paper that might be like journals or things like that might tell us what he's up to.
I shall do the same.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
And I shall also get a hard success.
Regular success and regular success. Okay. So you make your way upstairs. Are you all searching upstairs?
I'm just looking at a general, just a general look for anything that pops out at me kind of look.
Okay.
Clay is watching the back door in the backyard from inside and looking for the cat. And he's looking for evidence that the cats have been in this place, like if there are cat bowls or dishes or anything cat-like.
Okay.
About the cockroach bowl.
You all are pretty thorough in your search, and in fact, it strikes you as odd. It seems as though the place has been almost like cleared out of books. The only things you can find are like ledgers and.
Well, did you guys tell us that he was
books pertaining to the business?
Yeah, we said he was basically ready to go.
Oh, so
and they teleported away. So he had a whole bunch of stuff.
So it would make sense if he was packed and ready to go, and nothing here is of consequence anymore.
You do also notice with those spot hidden rolls that, in fact, there is no luggage on the property, other than an old satchel with a broken handle, and some of the dresser drawers are kind of set in half open and are half empty to clothes. And then
Yacht is on the run.
Clay, you said that you're looking for more cats?
Yep, looking for cats, looking for evidence that the cats have been inside the shop, but also, just keeping an eye outside the door in the yard to see if anybody's coming or if the cats come around.
Okay. As of right now, based on that roll, you don't actually see any cats in the immediate vicinity.
Okay.
Oh.
And you also notice there's really nothing in this apartment that would suggest that he even had a cat.
Okay. Got it. I was just making sure that we're, as Clay suspects, they are not normal cats that one would keep around. Something sinister about them. It's all coming together.
While Jimmy's looking, kind of want to keep an eye out for something that might make something that I might be able to implement for a disguise.
Hey, look, a flaying kit.
Yeah, it's a pair of phony glasses with the nose and fake mustache.
You do see a replica Pharaoh's hat.
Oh, I'm taking that.
Absolutely.
Blend in.
As you guys are going, you see Jimmy don a Pharaoh's hat, and
Well, don't put it on.
Oh, okay. He picks up a Pharaoh's hat and has a certain gleam in his eye. And with that, we will go ahead and end the session for tonight. Not much of a cliffhanger, but Jimmy did get another hat.
Jimmy found a hat.
He found another hat. So we'll go ahead and we will do our improvement roll. So tell you what, why don't we get started with Jimmy?
Yay,
What have you
Jimmy.
succeeded on this evening?
I got library use, so let's see here. Oh, okay, so nothing then. All right.
Yep. Very close.
Whose nose says Ryan will be pissed. Stole his hat. There's gonna be a hairless Chris now.
Who stole whose hat?
Jimmy found a replica
man.
Pharaoh's hat that he's taking, so
Oh, he stole Ryan's hat.
he's
Shit.
collecting all the hats.
That's Jimmy's side quest now, is collect hats. All right. Last one, spot hidden.
Yay!
All right.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's a D10.
Gonna get a 7? Or are you gonna roll a crazy number like a 1? Don't roll a 1. There you go, 5. Nice.
Hey, all right. All right, and that does it for Jimmy.
All right. Sevvy, why don't we go with you?
What are we doing now?
What do we got? Charm.
Our improvement rolls were basically.
Congratulations, you failed.
Oh, cool.
So Sevvy's up to improving.
Everything.
Oh, your chart went up. Nice.
Charm. Listen was a success.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
You rolled
shit.
very well. Hey,
You
look,
rolled
another 4.
terribly.
It's a slight fumble. Oh,
Can we spend Eureka points on our ability rolls for our upgrades?
It wouldn't help you.
Oh,
it would make it harder.
Never. I figured it
tell you
might
what.
work reverse.
If you spend a Eureka point and you still fail, no, never mind. I'm not going to say that.
That's dangerous with all those low skills that we have that we might accidentally succeed at.
Yeah.
Many,
All
many
right.
hats.
So was that everything, Sevvy?
The only things I get to
yeah,
roll
that
are
is
not
everything.
low.
All
That's
right. So what did
everything.
you? So you improved on psychology and
And charm. Yeah.
All right. Congratulations. 4 for each. That's better than nothing. We like it. JT, let's go with you.
All right, library use.
Hey.
Wait
Oh,
a minute.
no, yours at 89. Oh.
Ah, fuck. Well, so much for that. Well, I'm sure spot hidden is not going to do much better, but you never know. Yeah, no, nothing.
No.
Fuck off.
It's hard to perfect perfection.
Damn you, game.
All right. Is that everything for you?
Yeah, because I don't get anything for credit rating, Cthulhu Mythos, or intelligence rolls, so yeah.
Okay. And then let's see, Chris. Let's go with you.
Well, I already did
You
my
already
thing.
did. So you want?
Oh, did you?
Frost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Frost. It's Frost's turn.
All right. Let's see if I can fail a brawl roll. I did.
He did.
Very, very good.
Holy shit.
Oh, my God. I failed a brawl roll.
Fighting
Against all
Doors
odds, he
has
failed.
very, very much improved you.
2 points in brawl, which takes me over a 90. Which
Are
is
you
gonna
not
give
the
me some sanity
lucky
back.
soul
Wow.
bastard having
Damn.
next to Sevvy?
Where is my damn?
Don't you? Once you get above 90, don't you take? I believe you get 2d6 sanity points back.
Yes, you do.
And he's packing a tree trunk and he hits like a Mack truck. He has everything a man has to be. Good Lord.
All right, let's see how much sanity he gets back. Maybe he won't roll 2 this time. Whoa,
7.
7 points. Woof.
Very good.
Let's see. Let's
Corner
change
Pup Gamer
that.
says Clay is my hero.
Yes, mine too. Jeez.
Let's see. What's the next one here? Listen. No. He did not get. He's never succeeded on a listen improvement check yet. Psychology. Oh, 97.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Let's see what he gets here. Is it a 5? That's a 5.
Oh my God, is that another 2d6 sanity points back?
Oh my God, it is because his psychology is an 86.
Oh my God.
What did you make a deal with Devi's Dice God?
I think I did. Let me fix the psychology. Well, last time I got nothing. This time I got stuff. What was that? How many was it? 5 points? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That will move that to, I've got 91 in psychology. Well, these are the things that were part of his class specialization. So, or his whatever. All right. Let's see if we get nice.
6.
Wow.
So that's what, 13 sanity points back total?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But I have one more thing. Spot hidden. If I roll, I guess technically it's a 96 to 100. You can still roll as long as you do it. But unless I roll 100 on this die, I can't improve spot hidden. No,
Nah. That's
probably
okay.
not going to happen. But holy crap,
Those were some of the best. That was some of the best improvement rolling I've seen so far.
that was frightening. It was because of the giant cockroach boy.
Did Eldritch and Jimmy lose sanity when they saw the?
Lost 1.
They lost one.
Don't they
They
have
both
the
sti-
ability to like roll for sanity when they lose sanity?
We have the ability to roll for luck at the end of a session,
Well, I need to roll for that too because I spent some.
but I don't think.
No,
I don't,
you can't. You can't get back luck.
yeah, you,
I thought you
we
can.
found that you can.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. But I think,
It's like an improvement roll, basically.
yeah.
Well,
And Clay is
trying
going to
to
do it because he's
remember-
still down below his max luck.
how do we do the
Dadgummit.
luck thing? Because my luck is shit.
Oh,
I
sorry.
read that rule the other day, and
Oh, yeah,
I forgot if you had to succeed on a luck roll first or not.
You have to, well, I mean, for an improvement, I think it's just the improvement. You have to, it's like an improvement roll at the end of the session.
It's the same thing, yeah.
Because you can't check luck. That's why I'm wondering.
Right, you just use luck, but you do have a roll if you use it. Wasn't that the rule?
Correct.
No, it just basically said it, well, I think it said at the end of the session. I'm
Well,
trying to get to my
Can we
book
just
here.
say
Well, if you
that?
use it though, it's not if you don't just get it. You have to have used some.
Mas,
Well,
do
you
you
have to
want
be
to
below
just?
your max, I think.
Okay, Mas, do you want to just say
There's
we
no
can
max
read up on
demo.
it and you can let us know
Yeah.
next round?
I will. I'll research it and I will message you on that, and then that way we know. Whenever we know the answer, if you deserve 2 luck rolls, then you get 2 luck rolls.
And you can,
So-
rule it however you want, obviously. Your game.
Yeah. So I think that's all we got for everybody. So we'll go around the horn and check out where everybody can be found.
Damn
Let's
it, I
start
would've
with
got
Mr. High Roller here. Frost, let everybody know where they can find you.
Sweet. I'm jealous of somebody's hat collection. I'm just saying. But yeah, whatever. Fine. I'll just kick doors down, Mr. Hat. You can find me on Kick, Twitch, and a few other places like YouTube and stuff like that. If you haven't already, please give me a follow on Kick. I keep forgetting, but I'm doing self-promotion now. So try and get me over 75 users on or followers on Kick so I can get monetized over there. And I'm basically either over there playing games, sometimes with JT, sometimes with Tomix and a few other people. And when I'm not doing that, I'm usually writing on there. So I think that's about it. And yeah, I didn't get my power didn't go out, so I'm happy.
Very good, very good. Tag somebody, save Sevvy for second to last, me for last.
Oh, I think we're going to go with Mr. Hats.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
I'm KrisWithADagger. You can follow me on minds.com at KrisWithADagger, all one word. Episode 10 of my narrated D&D campaign story is finally out. You can find the link to that on my Minds page. Do give me a follow if you can. I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. So I would greatly appreciate your giving me a follow. That's about it. I will toss it over to JT.
Hello, you can definitely find me on Kick. And speaking of monetization on Kick, I am fully monetized on Kick. So if you ever want to go there and throw me some gifted subs or some gifties in general, please do, because I love them. Also, you can see me on Friday on Mummy's Mask on the G&G Table Titty Top channel. I forgot what it's called. I know it had something to do with titties because they're wonderful. Playing a good old, I don't know, playing some asshole. Anywho, with Sevvy and the crew. And then after that, you can catch me on Kaiju Watch on my Rumble channel and my Kick channel with me and Mr. Caleb. Watch big monsters beat each other to death and have fun with all of you guys. And we make jokes and have a good old time. And we sell lots of real cool merch, which should be on my link tree, hopefully. And if not, I'll kill someone. But which would be me, because I'd be the one to put it there. But we made some really cool merch that's up there for a limited time for the Kaiju Watch show and other things. And I believe that's about it. And I'll see you all here again on Monday. I don't think anything else I can speak about now, other than we got an upcoming Rifts campaign and some other things in the works. And I'll see you all on Wednesday for gaming on the Moonskull channel. That is this Wednesday, yes, Sevvy?
Yes.
Yes. And then, do I have anything else? I don't know. Oh, and I'll be playing something after this on Kick, either some Fortnite or some PAX Day, maybe with the old man again. Who knows? We'll see it in a little while.
Hey, you're wearing pants now, so things.
I am wearing pants this time, so I cannot Gavin McGinnis to stream.
Oh god.
Oh, you meant in the game.
I meant in game.
Oh, you meant in the game. Sorry,
I don't know if you're wearing pants right now.
Shall we check?
No.
Well. Well, I believe it goes to Sevvy now.
Yep. Hi everyone. You can find me at Geeks Again or Tabletop and Moonskull. Generally almost every day. You can also follow me on Kick and Twitch. That is where I'm usually streaming when I am not over here or Geeks Gamers Tabletop. Please do follow those and my Twitter account and my Instagram if you have not yet already. There's also a link to my server where you can join, where I'm usually there if I'm playing games and I'm streaming. You're more than welcome to always come and join and play games. There is a Call of Sevvy merch, which I think everybody knows. This is a quick reminder, we do have the deal where, based on the number of likes and then based on the number of comments that we get, you can give this episode and any other shows as well benefits for their game. So if we get to 36 comments, for example, that is a $20 benefit that you can help contribute to the show, and to everybody that is playing in the show. If we get to, I think I said 50 likes? Hold on, let me double check.
72 and then 108.
Yeah, 72 comments or 72 likes. That's a $50 benefit. On 108, that is a major miracle. So you guys can definitely help and contribute to the shows by just hitting the like button and by just commenting. You can make any type of comment you want, including Moss smells, or I love Moss puppy, or how can I steal Moss puppy, or is there a way to kidnap the little puppy without Moss knowing? You can even make comments like that, and that will help
Put that
the
out of the
show.
universe. What are you doing?
What? No picking on a Rudai? What's going on here? Who is this?
What's just all I have?
What hours are you not attending the puppy shave? Just if I were curious.
Exactly.
Why are you not
looking-
watching the puppy Moss?
Yeah, the chat wants to know. Well, I'm looking at the puppy, and the puppy's really cute, so that's that's what I got. So, there's many ways that you can help support both Moonskull and Geeks and Gamers Tabletop, and that is one very easy way to do it. It is free, and it means a lot. You can also join the Geeks and Gamers Tabletop Discord server as well. We do have one. We are still in Gilded, but we do have the Discord server. They both communicate to each other. So if you're in Discord, you can still talk to people in Gilded, because we have a bot that sends the messages back and forth. So it is pretty amazing. So please join Discord if you have not yet already. And please support Legend Seeker. And I'll pass it over to Moss.
Yeah, if you want to, you can follow me over on Twitter, on Twix. That's at MossMuff. You can find me here on Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. That'll be Call of Cthulhu, and then just fun stuff on Wednesdays, and Star Wars on Saturdays. And then on Thursdays, I'm over at Geeks and Gamers Tabletop for March of the Dragon Queen. So go and check out all of those things, because everybody knows you can't get enough of this guy. Everybody loves him. Everybody. He's a terrific guy. At least that's what people say. And then what else? Oh, Tales from the Dragon's Tavern. Me and JJ are doing a thing. So go follow Dragon's Tavern Live over on Kick and Twitch, where we play some games. I think last week it was just me, but I was very bad at a card game. So I just sat there and played a card game very badly and talked to the chat. But most of the time, it's JJ and I, and we're playing video games together. And then we've got some other things in the works as well, which have not been announced just yet. But we're getting close. So shut up, Chrysanth. I was not that bad. I was just kind of bad.
You sucked at your card game, Moss. She said you were shit.
Yeah, other than that, I think that's everything I've got. So thanks everybody for joining in. Oh, you know what I should do that I did not do.
The luck roll.
Sirenscape. Everything heard tonight is thanks to Sirenscape. So I shouted them out. They won't demonetize the channel, even though it's very end of the show. Anyway, Sirenscape, thank you very much. Thank you everybody for stopping by and watching. Good night and God bless.
So long, gay boys.